Yeah. Hang on,
Hey
I think I might
guys!
get. Sorry.
He was getting his flow on and everything.
False start, man. False start.
I just got a knock. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the window so no crazy lawnmower freaks don't go by.
Terribly sorry about that.
It's alright.
told
Endeavours
him
has
to
just gone to
bugger
go
off.
close his window.
I'm very, very sorry about that.
Cool.
Ugh.
Okay.
Now we're all ready.
Yep.
Okay. Hey there guys, welcome to the Chaos Nova podcast, episode 3, I think this one is.
It certainly is.
Look at us go, lucky number 3. And today we've got the usual host of myself, Matt the Geek, and Awesome Endeavours, and we are joined by guest Peacemaker. Isn't it exciting? Say hello guys.
Hey guys.
Greetings, sir. Welcome. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to this fancy arena of voice acting.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yay. I look
yeah.
forward to the next hour of this.
Possibly even more, because we do tend to prattle on and go off subject horribly.
Don't know what you mean.
What happens when you get 4 geeks together, eh?
Yeah man, that's it.
Lol.
But, I don't know, who wants to start off the introductions to the channel this week? Who wants to give a brief insight?
I think Awesome should have a go at it.
Yeah, awesome. You start this time, man. We're putting all the pressure on you.
Get involved, man.
Usually I try and make mine the shortest because I know how long you guys like to talk about everything else.
Don't know what you mean.
Yeah. So where to begin? New games this week. I posted some more Left 4 Dead on my channel. Well, posted more. I just started posting Left 4 Dead on my channel. We went a couple of people on the Minecraft server, my Minecraft server, bought the 4-pack, so we'll be playing through the first and the second Left 4 Dead.
Oh, sweet. So it's the first and the second one.
Yeah.
I love Left 4 Dead.
Sadly, when I recorded it, we recorded I think we recorded the entire first mission or whatever, the mission set.
No Mercy.
Yeah, and I was in a terrible mood.
Oh.
So that might not have turned out so well, but because I started making everybody else do introductions because I was in such a bad mood at the time.
Oh, no way.
But hopefully the future ones will turn out good. Also, Chaos Craft is now on my server. On my server. Jeez, I should have stopped talking. On my channel.
Yay,
And
Chaos Craft!
that'll definitely be a major thing.
Season 2! Yay!
Yeah, didn't you rip it up on the first night?
Yeah, I think because we had that competition on the server.
Yes, you did.
Yep. And I spent how long did I spend searching for those wolves?
4 hours, 5 hours?
You spent an
Yeah.
hour getting
Must have been.
everything apart from the wolves, which spent 2.5 hours.
And then
Crazy
I ended
stuff.
up giving
It's
up.
3.5, 4 hours trying to win the competition.
And then Digital Reaper was just like, yeah, I've got everything, I just need to build a house. And
Mm-hmm.
luckily you guys decided to be friendly and share the prize.
With the prize.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
I think the bad thing was that I actually had the wolves.
Yes.
I had 10 of them. I don't think I have footage of it, but I had 10 wolves. Decided I was like, okay, because I looked it up on the wiki before I did anything, and they said that the wolves will teleport once you get all the way across an ocean. So I was like, okay, I'll just go in this boat across the ocean, which I was planning to do anyway. And I got to the other side, and they didn't reappear. So I was so confused. I waited 20 minutes, walked all the way back to town because I was 4,000 meters away, and I got back to town, and I still had no wolves. And I was the saddest person ever. I think I actually cried.
You probably were
Single
still sat
tear.
at the other end, you probably made them sit. They're sat at the other end of this ocean, just waiting for you to come back.
I'll come back one day. One day.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
sat
never
looking
coming
out
back.
to
See,
sea
going, you went that way.
Oh,
Never
man.
going back for them. Ever.
One day someone will go to set a base up and they'll come across this pack of wolves that no one can, no one knows what happened.
And they'll all be growling at them.
Only the people who listen to this podcast will know that they are Endeavour's dogs.
My puppies.
Oh, poor doggies.
I feel bad for them. I miss them. And any other channel information about anything else? Probably I'll share. Wait till next month because nothing about the current subject that a few of you might know about is final yet. So
Ooh, secret projects. Not
Yeah.
safe for
Secret
public
project.
consumption.
Oh,
well, at least
everyone's
Nuts
got
knows what it
secrets.
is.
Hmm?
At least you know what it is.
Hmm.
Sounds like he's forgotten.
I
sent
always
you on-
forget.
I sent you on Skype.
Oh.
Yes.
That.
Very special stuff, indeed. Crazy sauce. And congratulations. But we will
Thank
talk
you.
about that next month.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Until it's definite,
Next
I don't want to
month.
reveal anything.
Peacemaker,
Yeah.
Yes.
what have you been playing this week, bro? Or this month? Or just...
Oh God. The upcoming video from Gamertag is imminent. But it's taken me about 30 hours so far to get there, get to the point where I want to be, so that I can video it. It's not a game where I can just go, just walk to the final level, do. No, you have to play the entire game and get to a certain strength before you can actually take on the final boss. And I want to get the final boss recorded because it's epic. So that's upcoming next. I'm not going to tell you much more than that, but
I was quite
that has
lucky with my gamer
consumed
tag.
my hours this past month.
I was
playing
quite
that
lucky with
game.
my gamer tag because I only had to get to the 4th level because like my favourite level of any game ever was Carnival Night Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So yeah, I was quite lucky to get there quite quickly. I'm glad I haven't had to do what you've had to do.
Yeah,
But it'll all be
you'll
worth
understand when you see the gamer tag video.
it. Yeah, it'll all be
Hopefully, I'll
worth
pull it off with finesse, and it is an epic battle,
it. Mwah!
as it should be.
Perfectio!
So
Mwah!
also, Chaos Craft Season 2 is upcoming. I recorded the first episode, but for some reason the file's corrupted, so I'm just going to build in Spawn Town, and then once I've built everything I want to build in Spawn Town, I'm going to start recording and head out to my new base, and I'll mainly be recording my new base stuff.
You've already built some stuff in a sort of test world, and that's really impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that slightly.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much, to be honest, because it's the whole deal. The whole deal of it is that it's a stealth mechanism, and therefore,
Yeah.
I don't want people knowing too much about it. But at the same time, I'm really
Coming
chuffed
along
with
with
what
the
I've taught
redstone.
myself about Redstone. I'm really getting the hang of that now. So I'm going to start working that into my new home. Mass storage devices that are just going to blow my mind. I'm going to have to work them out in creative before I go videoing anything. Otherwise, they'll hear me headbutting my laptop.
Watch out, Peacemaker is the new Jenny B. Redstone Warrior. Whoa! That's gonna
I'm
be
the
cool,
new
man.
Never quite
BOO.
understanding it, but for some reason it works.
Well, Vintage Beef, because we all know Vintage Beef taught Etho everything he knows about Redstone. Oh, man. So just Chaoscraft and Gamertag.
Well, there was Resident Evil 5, wasn't there? But the PC is currently out of action, and therefore
PC
I
is on
cannot.
life support.
Yeah, the PC is like, it's got the full shebang. It's breathing on an operator. It's all like, it's going wrong over there.
Got the iron lung.
Terrible. We managed to bring it back and get that footage. Otherwise, it means playing it again. Oh,
No,
well,
it's alright. The hard
that could be
drive's
fun.
fine. I'm pretty sure the hard drive's fine anyway. Fingers crossed the hard drive's fine. Oh shit, panic!
Just everything else is fried.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
Basically, yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Disaster.
I got a
Faster.
plug, right, and tore the wires, and I thought, what happens if I have to connect this black end to
Jam
here,
this into the
and this red
motherboard,
end to
like,
here?
thickest, biggest wire you could find and just dropped it in his computer. That's it. There you go. Enjoy that. You like power.
Then the phone
Matt.
knocks and went, help.
The technical man.
Yeah, I'm here. I've got a screwdriver. I don't know if that makes me technical, man, but I have got a screwdriver, and it
Like
does
three
do
pairs of
most things.
scissors.
And
You
I have
should
a
see
pair of
what you can do with that screwdriver. It's amazing.
scissors.
You turn into the doctor.
Innuendo.
Oh, awesome.
Go on then, Matt.
Well, I've been playing pretty much the same as last month, which is Darksiders from my channel, Spelunky again for my channel. Um, Two Worlds, which I'm actually really getting into, and I can't stop playing at the moment. So I've
Yeah,
got
I've
like,
seen you've uploaded a few of them recently.
yes, and I've still got 6 more that I'm planning to upload at some point.
Ooh.
I've also been playing a bit of Minecraft, which I've started to upload finally.
The geek
Yes.
doing a Minecraft Let's Play? Unheard of.
Maybe not a let's play. Maybe just here. This is what I'm doing. I've fallen. I've died.
Oh yeah, like update videos, that kind of thing.
Maybe,
That
yeah.
that can be a really cool format as well, the update video sort of thing, because
Yeah,
you get
that's
more work
what I've
done,
been
and you
doing.
don't really have to. You don't have to show all the tedious bits like the mining and the thought process and all this and that. But I suppose some people like to watch Minecraft videos to see people's thought processes. So,
Yeah, but
I
when
know
I'm running
Nux.
at 0 FPS, it's not too grand.
At least me and Nux
yes.
were able to keep on topic when we went mining.
Just about. Just
Oh.
about.
I've also been playing Super Amazing Wagon Adventure as part of my new series, Voice Actor for Hire, which you'll see a clip of later on today. And I've also been playing a wonderful little indie game called 10 Million.
Yeah, you bought that last podcast, I think.
I bought it about 5 days ago.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I
yes.
might have just seen it on Steam then. That might have been the update that came up on Steam. I thought we talked about
Possible.
it, but I could have just watched a Total Biscuit video.
No,
You
we talked
probably
about
watched
it.
the Total Biscuit, did we?
Yeah, we talked about it when we started up the server last week.
Oh, so it wasn't on the podcast, but yeah, we did talk briefly
we
about
did
it.
About it, yeah.
But it's basically a tile matching game slash RPG dungeon crawling game. It's a unique idea, but it's not got much gameplay to it. I mean, I completed the whole thing in 4 hours, so. But you can-
4 hours.
But you can erase all the data and just run through it again if you want a challenge.
Hmm.
So it's quite a lot of fun. It's one of those sort of Zen games.
Oh, yeah, I get ya.
But
I
enough
just-
about what I've been playing. What have you been playing?
When I saw it on TV's channel, it just seemed to be like, I don't know, really confusing and hard to get into. It looked like fun if you could get into it, but I couldn't wrap my head around it.
It's basically Bejeweled. That's
Oh.
all it is.
Oh, fair enough. I was good at Hexic. I can do Hexic, no problem.
Never played it.
Yeah. Well, this month I have been playing my new favourite game. It seems Defiance, best game ever.
What's Defiance? I've never heard of it before.
Because you haven't been going on about it for the past however many days you've had it, Nux. Yeah, no,
man.
Defiance is fantastic. I recommend you go out and buy it immediately. Join me in a wacky clan, and we'll go just kill everything and make money and just
Romany,
rule.
before you start on this, can I put my headset down for 15 minutes whilst you talk about this? And just go to the toilet,
Yeah, we'll just take a walk.
Yeah, just go outside for a cigarette or something. I'll be right back. No,
Can I
the,
beg everyone to please go play this game with him so he'll shut up?
You all need to get it. It's not just those faithful listeners who we've got now, but all of you need to get it. I don't even care if your computers can handle it. Buy it immediately and attempt to run it, and then we'll worry about getting your money back later. Just please, for the
My
love of
PC
God,
won't
get
even
this
turn
game.
on, let alone play Defiance.
Well, the laptop might conquer it, man. But yeah, no, it's third-person shooter, MMO style, but the other people just serve more to populate they're more like citizens, if you know what I mean. If you don't want to get involved with them, you don't have to. But then there's Arkfall events where it's sort of imperative that you team up with other people. But then if you don't want to team up with other people, don't do Arkfall events. It's as simple as that kind of thing. And some of the weapon system works a lot like Borderlands, where you get sort of, say you get a shotgun, and then it'll have like element multipliers on it, like lightning or something like that, and bits and pieces. So that's really cool. And there's guns on there called infectors, and if you shoot someone with it, it causes like a pus to like a bump to grow on them, and then the bump bursts and sends
Blister?
Well, yeah, a blister, and a little scuttling monster comes out of it and attacks the closest person. So you can ruin with one of them. But
That sounds disgusting.
it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Let's get me someone.
So yeah, get Defiance, and I will love you all forever, and we can form a clan and take over the universe like Defiance ninjas.
Or just fail and get off topic.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it because the topic was Defiance, and I found my enthusiasm. I also found enthusiasm this week for Sonic Classic Collection on the Nintendo DS. I recently came into a handheld console, so I thought, let's check out some of the games. And I did intentionally want to buy Sonic Rush. I think I have bought Sonic Rush, in fact. But
You did.
while searching for Sonic Rush in the Nintendo DS section, I came across Sonic Classic Collection. And I'll have you note that on the Sonic Classic Collection, it says on the back, the best of Sonic Returns. And in this pack is Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 3D, I fear to tell you, is nowhere to be found.
Man.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Now,
Oh,
there is a
yeah.
reason, because
No.
that said the best of classic Sonic games, and Sonic 3D was revolutionary. It defined
No,
Sega
no.
as a 3D making game.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was terrible. You played it this week,
I
man.
got
You
sick
said to me it
playing
was
it, man.
terrible.
I said I died to the first enemy near enough.
It was the best game.
He's
you guys just need to.
paraphrasing.
You guys just are too much of
They didn't
Sonic
understand
fans.
it, awesome.
I
They
suffer
didn't
motion
understand it,
sickness.
did they?
That's why I can't play it. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Now shut up.
But it plays slower than original Sonic.
Apparently, according to Endeavours, Sonic 3D is so revolutionary, so mind-blowing that we just can't handle it. It's like it's still so ahead of our time, Sonic 3D.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it's
look
all
at us
fine.
play
Ahead of our time.
Minecraft. Come on, we play Minecraft. Look, we can't handle like flashy graphics and stuff like that.
Oh man, graphics do not maketh the game.
No, not at all. But it helps.
It does sometimes. Sometimes.
Yes, yes. What else have you been playing next? Surely it's not just been Defiance and Sonic Classic Collection.
Well, I have been doing a bit Chaos Craft, but I think everybody sort of touched on the fact that yeah, we've got a new server, we've got a new sort of like world, everything's amazing. Just yeah, it's good to have the Chaos Craft server back. What can I say? It seems to be more community based this time than it was on the last one. Like everybody's not so much pulling together, but we're all working on things. If we need something, someone else has usually got it. Usually you, Matt. You've usually got the goods. But
Why,
yeah.
thank you.
You should
I
see
might-
his strip mine.
I believe I will show that off at some point.
Yeah, but yeah, I built some wacky machine today that is sort of like an auto smelting device, and everyone was really sort of impressed by that. So that made me
The
feel all
entire
warm
server gathered in that
warm
4x4
and
room.
fuzzy. Not quite the entire server because It's Minkable is sort of MIA, so I might need to get in touch with him at some point. It's Minkable, come on back. Back
Yeah,
in the
especially
show.
for the especially I'm not gonna carry on just with Trev.
Yeah, no,
Dot,
'cause, yeah. There's a little event maybe coming up after Quakeathon, and there may be teams, and if It's Minkable isn't about, well, we're screwed, see? So
Well, we're not screwed. I will do it.
we need to know. We'll just find a substitute, if that makes sense.
We'll find a prostitute.
We might even
Everyone's
bring,
a winner.
We might even bring someone like Xperia or Parker or someone on. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Etho.
not like
Yeah,
TV might be around.
Bring Etho on.
I will gladly work with Ethan.
Yeah, mate. Oh, bro, that would be so cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I did do I don't know if I know we did Hunger Games as well all together, didn't we?
We certainly did.
And that was
Yeah.
great fun. So yeah.
Forgot to post that. Whoops.
I have not even
Barbie
edited it yet.
raped me like 3 times.
Within seconds on the very first one.
At
Oh!
one point, I didn't have a weapon, and I thought I was alright. I was running down this tunnel. I turned around, and there was just RB right there. I was just like, well, this is fucked.
It's ridiculous.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Veckin is just brutal at that game. Anything
Oh, and I killed
PvP related.
Nux. I almost cried. The only person I actually killed, and it was Nux. I shot him off a pillar and then run up behind him and killed him.
I felt bad for DR. I killed him like 4 times in a row.
There's this one point where I turn around and get hit by an arrow, and I think it's you, Endeavours, so I run across the map, literally screaming and shouting, "Oh no, I thought we were friends, we do series together." It's not even bloody you, it's someone else.
It was Peacemaker.
I think I still killed you. Yeah, you're looting a chest, and I came up behind you, and you're like, "Really already?"
Yeah, I got shown. Too good with the older. But we have been playing something else. I think something slipped everybody's minds, unless it was just me and Matt the Geek. But we played Red Alert 2, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
Sort of. We were trying to get lots of people in,
tried.
but the
I played. You
connections...
failed.
Yeah, the connections to everything were shocking. Actually, did I not beat you?
You beat me once.
Fucking beat you, you know.
That's because I was too busy trying to take out
If I
Awesome.
remember rightly, Digital Reaper ran away and set up a little base off in the corner somewhere.
That was so funny.
You found a random box. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, no, fantastic.
I can't wait
work.
to record one of them.
Yeah, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 is definitely coming up on the channels. I know, Matt, you're sort of against it, but Dota 2, Chaoscraft Dota 2, if we can get 10 of the people on the Chaoscraft server on Dota, then
That'd be amazing.
that
I would
be
play it,
so
but I would just be
cool.
like, oh, what am I doing?
Yeah, but there's going to be other
I
people.
have
who
it
are
on
gonna
my
be like-
desktop here.
Yeah. But there are other people who are going to be like, oh, what am I doing? So that'll be kind of cool. And there's also, I think there might be a way to replicate Dota 2 in Minecraft, or a MOBA style game in Minecraft.
Yeah, there is. I went on this one server with one of my friends, and they had a Dota, like, it was called Dota 2 on their
Oh,
server.
fantastic!
I was so confused, but it was pretty much the exact same thing. Like, all the mobs were zombies and stuff.
Cool.
And then how you got power-ups if you destroyed their barracks or whatever.
Oh,
then,
that's sweet.
Yeah, in that case, then the zombies would have armor.
Matt the
was
Geek,
cool.
I think we've got our work cut out for us, bro.
Oh, no, there's too much already.
I think that moves us nicely onto upcoming projects. What the hell is the massive, big block square thing outside Spawn Village? I'm not having a go. I'm just intrigued.
This is one of the 5 projects I've got working on that I can actually talk about.
Okay.
And this is what I started building in the old world, and if you've seen my Chaoscraft Farewell, you'll know it's the AVP Arena, Alien vs Predator Arena.
And this is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to this.
I'm going to be building a space base up in the sky.
Ooh.
And basically it's going to be a server event where we're going to have teams split into even amounts. Some team are going to be the aliens, and the other team are going to be the predators. The aliens, they throw splash potions of harming, and the predators, they have potions of invisibility and bows and arrows.
Oh, sick.
Because we haven't got a laser gun. And we're going to see which is the better species. Will it follow the film? I don't know.
No, because in the film, didn't the predators need the humans to win anyway?
Yes. So, you know, it might be the aliens that win.
I have a feeling DR's got his work cut out for him.
If we ever get it to the point where aliens versus predators, maybe we can have 3 teams of 4 or something, and then another team can be the humans, and they can just have like harder armor or something.
Wait a minute, there was only ever one predator.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so why don't you have one person that is the predator and give him a good loadout, and then have everybody else just be the aliens who are just trying to get the predator, but they have no weapons and just these potions of poison.
This is fantastic, because this means that this can be open to loads of different game types. This arena isn't just like the aliens versus the predators. It could be alien versus predator, like singular predator or group predator. So Matt, nice work, man. There's going to be like
I hadn't conceived that. That's a grand idea.
more game types, the better.
I'll definitely put a post up on the forum about it, asking for other ideas like that, because that's a good plan.
I need to put a post up on the forum asking people, since there's been a tiny bit of world edit, and I say a tiny bit, but you know what I mean, in the current world, would people feel a bit easier about using the command blocks that need to be spawned in by admins if it helps set things like teams and game types and stuff like that? Like,
I'd be fine with it.
Yeah,
seeing as I'm the one that makes most of the games.
Exactly. I think people are going to be okay with it. Like, as long as we don't abuse the thing, like set a command block.
Just
up to
don't make them accessible to everyone and just leave it to you because you're administrator, and Like that way, we know who's dealing with it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a Bit Viper knows how to program them and things like that, so hopefully he'll jump on and sort of maybe give us a hand. But yeah,
just
it will
restrict
just
the
be.
usage because we don't want like day commands and things like that.
Oh yeah, no way. Unless the only reason the day command would be useful is if we went to like a UHC island, like we do the test practice islands, and or hardcore chaos, and maybe have like a central block that splits, like that scatters us and sets it to day. So that would just be
And
cool for the
removes
UHC.
rain.
Yeah. Oh no, removal of rain. We have to play some things by the rules. It's just with hardcore chaos, you don't really want to spawn at night because it's just a pain in the ass to even
Yeah, and then
progress
at least
anywhere.
you get 10 minutes of daylight, so that
And
you can
you'd
get
like to
things
spawn
done.
inside the dome.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
The
god,
whole
that was
scattering.
so stupid of me.
What happened?
On the last
You
Hardcore
died
Chaos,
immediately, didn't you?
I did the.
Oh,
I
yeah.
set up the scatter mod, did the codes and everything, and it put everyone outside the sodding dome. We had to dig. It's a good thing I made it out of glass because we had to dig our way back in. So yeah, that's the thing.
It's Nux's fault.
Yeah,
It's
all
all
my
your
fault. I take full
Schoolboy
blame.
errors.
Yeah, mate. And the fact I've never done this before.
Apart from the first one.
Well,
Or it didn't
sort
work.
of, but we didn't have the
He
scatter
had to
mod on.
teleport us individually. No, wait, we had to run off
We
in
had to
different
walk.
directions, didn't we?
We're probably going to have to walk for whenever the next one happens as well. So-
No, we will get a scatter mod. I will help you find one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, dear me, dear me.
That's
Who
the
else has
viewer's
got
job. Find
Oh.
one.
Upcoming projects? Anyone else?
Talk
I
about mine.
have to find a new base and set that up, but I've got my base is going to be more redstone orientated. So if you're interested in redstone work and watching someone try as he doesn't understand it, then watch my channel in the upcoming videos because there's going to be a lot of that.
You should just subscribe to Peacemaker and watch his videos anyway. That's just how this works. Chaoscraft server, make sure you subscribe to everyone, including EG and all those people who don't really record Chaoscraft videos, but are still YouTube people, so check them out. Maybe you might learn a thing or two about electronics. That would be interesting.
I might electrocute myself while trying to learn about electronics. Wouldn't be the first time.
I don't deal with electronics. I give them to Nux.
Hello!
Nux, here's science, do magic.
And then when people hand me these things, I usually just go on the IRC's, electric guy, help me! But,
Shout out to EG there.
yeah, always.
Pick it up.
I think I've already done Digital Reaper and Bit Viper twice this episode, so I'm doing
Three
quite well
times
for the name dropping. Yeah, working on it.
How brown is your tongue?
Moving on!
Awesome, projects, quick. Fill the void.
I think I already talked about mine. Just Left 4 Dead and Chaoscraft, really. And any Red Orchestra. Oh, Red what? What was it called?
Red Orchestra,
Yeah.
Dawn
that
of War, something like
Yeah.
that.
The game we played together.
Red Alert.
Command and Conquer. Yeah, Red Alert. That's what it
Command and
was.
Conquer Red Alert. Excellent, excellent.
I was thinking of wrong game.
Ah.
But yeah, nothing
Yeah.
really further.
For your Left
Still.
4 Dead, will you be doing just the campaigns, or will you be throwing a bit of multiplayer in there for fun?
It depends on how everyone else feels, because I mean, we kind of all wait for a good time to record together. So if maybe one recording session they want to play multiplayer, that'd be kind of fun.
Okay, cool. I look forward to seeing it. I'm a huge fan of Left 4 Dead. In fact, that's one of the very first things I started uploading was Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, did you beat the whole
Well,
first
not one of
game?
the first, but oh yeah, I've completed all the games, both of them on Xbox. I got all achievements for them, so I'm
Wow.
addicted to them.
I can tell.
I think for the first 2 years of having Left 4 Dead, I played nothing but that. And literally nothing but that. It'd be go to work, come home, Left 4 Dead,
Left 4
bedtime,
Dead.
wake up, Left 4 Dead, go to work, come home, Left 4 Dead.
I did that with
It was
Halo
my
3.
life.
I have a helicopter flying overhead. I apologise if you can hear it. It's my personal helicopter.
Tonga, 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 tonga,
Donka
tonga,
donka.
tonga.
It's
He
landing. It
wishes.
Delivering
takes
Dr.
me.
Pepper.
Yeah, it brings Dr. Pepper, and sometimes it takes me to a magical land far, far away.
Narnia.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Takes Nux to Narnia.
It does.
Autumnus.
Which I'm led to believe can be found by slipping through my wardrobe, can't it?
Yeah.
So, helicopter, you're doing a good job.
Huzzah!
How does it get through your wardrobe?
I have no idea how the helicopter's getting through my wardrobe.
It's a big wardrobe.
It is a very big wardrobe.
And it's Narnia. Obviously, it's magic.
Yeah,
It's
mate.
snowing there.
And lions.
Nux, what about your upcoming projects?
I've got two. I usually have two. When people ask me, what have you been doing? I've got two things. But you're sort of part of one of them. But I'll talk of the other one first. Working on a total rewrite of Taking Flight. You know, the first book I ever published is getting a total rewrite. So it works better. Yeah. There are some things that I wasn't happy with in the original, and I think since I've grown up a bit, it's not just... Usually, when I mature a bit, I look back at the books and I'm like, yeah, that still sounds cool, but I do some edits here and there to just make the punctuation and grammar a bit better. But now I've sort of got to the point where 24-year-old looking back on his book and it's just like, yeah, this could be a bit better. So, yeah, working on full rewrite of Taking Flight. And also Quakeathon. Oh my god, exciting stuff. Or what?
Not long left
My
until it
birthday
now.
falls in Quakeathon.
Yeah, that's
Your
mad.
birthday in Quakeathon.
man.
Nice.
Happy birthday for then.
I won't say it till I see you, because I don't. Ever.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're all gonna be here playing games together anyway, so it's all gonna be
Oh,
good.
yes.
The Quakeathon for Child's Play charity. We highlighted this last time when JD Mullet Man was on. He might also be joining us. In fact, I'm pretty sure he is joining us at Quakeathon every now and then. And Digital Reaper is going to be taking part in some of the multiplayer matches. He might be streaming it if I can convince him. But my powers of convinciation over DR, if that's even a word.
You can't even get him on the forum.
Yes, I can't even get him to sign up for the forum, which is
However,
something
you did
that
get
is...
him to record. You did get him to take part in the Twilight Takeover.
Yeah. No, it's a step in the right direction.
You got Ryan to sign up on the forum.
Yeah, that's a big step. That is a huge step. So,
Or I did.
Yeah, so good on you. The trophy goes to you, sir.
That means Awesome has to
split it.
convince Digi.
Yeah, awesome. Get on Digi. Use your powers of seduction on Digital Reaper and get him to sign up to the forum.
I'll just threaten to kill all his sheep and it'll be okay.
Job done. But yeah, we should talk about Quakeathon for a little bit more and then we'll take a break. Quakeathon is coming up on the 20th of April. It's scheduled for 5 days. I have no idea how I'm going to pull it off. I think there should be a big red button on my desk that says backup that is instantly connected to any other Chaos Crafter in the world or whatever, so they can jump on and take over when I really am totally beyond saving. So, yeah, I'm really tired for this. But it's going to be good fun. I think Freddie's coming up as well, one of my friends from the island. He's going to come help us out. Might even be able to get the TIDs going. And I'm hoping also if some tactical tweeting pays off, because obviously Kurt J. Max into the Child's Play charity, obviously those Fartlands will bust. So I'm hoping that maybe he'll be able to help us out a little bit.
Maybe if we can get the whole server to try and talk him into it.
Well, if we just tweet him once and don't irritate him, I think that would work better. Maybe if everybody just tweets out at the same time with hashtag Quakeathon or something like that, that would probably work as well, and Facebook, and just make it a big thing, and hopefully we'll make loads of money for kids in hospitals who require, or they don't require, but it would be nice to give them books, games and toys to help them through their time of pain quicker. God knows, if I'd have been in hospital at any point and someone had brought me a DS with Sonic Classics on it, I'd have been in my element. I think the time in hospital would have just flown by. So, done. Do you know what I mean? Good cause, we're helping people out, and do you know what I mean?
I think
It's
your
all
brain
good.
would implode if you were in hospital without one.
Yeah, oh yes. Oh yes. But, yeah. Part 1? See you after the break. Check out the video. We're not sure which one it is yet. It might be...
Me?
What order are we doing it in, Matt?
Oh, I'll let you know.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it during this break and then catch you back up after the other side. So see you in a bit, guys.
You're on a break.
A posse of bandits! Bandits, everyone! Oh no, not the bandits. Horse. Horse meat, it's like I'm working at Tesco's. Horse meat! Give me your horse meat! Tesco's! Oh, I've been shot. A machine gun arm bandit, oh my word! Look at him firing at me. Oh! Oh dear. Oh god, a large nest of skunks! What the hell? No! Why would you do this to me, game? No, not the skunks! Skunks! Smelly fuckers! Get them out of here!
Hey there guys, welcome back to Chaoscraft Season 2. Well, I say welcome back, this is the first time we've come here, and I've gathered this fine group of specimens for your entertainment. We've got Peacemaker, we've got Trev,
Hello.
we've got Awesome Endeavours, we've got Bit Viper, we've got EG, yeah, we've got Matt the Geek, we've got Vekin,
Hello.
Saber Aura, and we've got Digital Reaper, and of course myself, Naturally One, and Trev. Did I mention you, Trev, or are you just sneaking around like a big sneaker? And this is the new world, and as you can see, there are some chests down here for everyone. So, yeah, if you guys want to come on down. And these are starter kits to sort of get us started on our way. And while you guys are exploring those, I'm just going to sort of explain to everyone what's going on. So this is the new hub. This massive square over here is the new and improved hub. These plots around the sort of main spawn area are shop plots, so that's that. And also, if you go further out and around the hub, you'll notice that these are more shop plots, and further up are residences. So this huge swath of land over here, take your pick, guys. Go crazy. It's all yours. Hey there guys, welcome back to part 2 of the ChaosNova.com podcast. Hello! And
Hello.
guest discussions. Guest discussions is our next topic. So as usual, I will pass the baton over to Matt and let him ask the questions that he needs to ask.
Interrogate.
Yes, hello. So, Mr. Peacemaker, I've always wondered, why the name Peacemaker? Is there a story behind this, or was it just something that you thought, you know what, I like everything to be chill, I'm going to go with that?
Well, yeah, no, I've always been a bit more on the blasé side of life, shall we say. I don't let things get to me as much as normal people, as it were. And I try and pass that message on to as many people as I can, really. And from that grew the Peacemaker, which I just took on as a gamer name, and through Minecraft ended up taking it on as more of a gamer title.
It is.
Okay.
It's a cool nickname. I do like Peacemaker. It's cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I like the name. I was just wondering if there was a specific event that made you think, Peacemaker, that sounds it, that's the one.
Like the light
Well,
bulb
I'm
moment.
notorious for like keeping the peace and like settling arguments and disputes and just seeing the logical side of things. So it just suited, I suppose.
And on the old server, if the arguments couldn't be solved, then Liberty came out and it was game over.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
That's how it works. And we're working to get this bow back on the new server.
Yes.
So
Lol.
police can actually do their job and fight crime and all that good
Fight
stuff.
the family.
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
You can't.
They've
fight
yet
the
to make an
family, bro.
appearance on there. They've yet to make an appearance.
Yeah,
Have
no,
they-
we're just
have they
we're
really,
just quietly biding our time.
Have the CCPD and the family sort of gone underground a little bit, and we're working on our own secret things? Is that what's going on?
It
Watch out!
certainly
So-
seems that way.
Yes, look out.
Oh dear. Well, next question, Mr. Peace. Do you have any like future plans for your channel you want to share with us? Any new games that you might want to be playing?
Well, as I said, I've got that upcoming gamer tag video. I do want to get into a few playthroughs, but all the games that I want to do playthroughs of are extremely long. So I'm going to have to look for shorter games that I might be able to play through. But there was a couple that I was going to do on the SNES, but I can't find an emulator that will record. Stuff like Battletoads and Battle Maniacs, I was going to do that. An awesome game. If you haven't played it, you've got to play it. It's awesome.
We can co-op Battletoads, can't we?
Yes, we can.
Certainly can.
Yeah, so that's another thing to look forward to.
I can be Pimple and you can be Rash.
Oh, cool. Sounds delightful.
Should worst come to worst, I do actually have a NES here with Battletoads. You could always record that.
Oh,
Fantastic.
NES. Crazy stuff.
Well, actually, I have 3 NESes, 2 of them boxed, but that's the point.
Bloody hell.
Yes.
Well,
that's
the version
reason.
I was going to record was actually on the SNES. It was Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. It was
Oh, yeah. That's
Is that the
Different.
one that's got the 2 human characters as well?
Double
that
Dragon,
Was that was
Ah.
Battletoads versus Double Dragon. Yeah.
which I also
get you.
own. Oh, the SNES one. I don't remember the SNES one. Shit. What is
It
that?
was
one?
awesome.
Streets of Rage, kind
Simply.
of.
No, it was.
It's
You
notorious for
travelled
being
through-
a bitch.
You had like 6 or 7 levels, and the first one you had to fight these pigs on this like Mars terrain, and then the next one was you were fighting these bees inside this tree,
Oh, nice.
and then you had to ride on a speeder across and jump across these barriers that would just pop up in front of you. That was weird. And then you had a bonus level where you were stood on a puck and you were knocking down Skittles, and if you knocked down the black ones with the skull and crossbones on them, you died.
Sounds amazing.
I do happen to know which one most people use to record, which is ZSNES, so that'll probably be the best emulator for you to get.
Yeah, I was having problems with it though, probably because of the dodgy downloading I was doing. But into that.
There is no such thing as dodgy downloading, sir. It has never happened. Let's not put ourselves out there on the internet like that.
No, I don't
Chaosnova.com
do
does
it.
not,
I don't
does
do
not
it. It
endorse
just
the downloading of
happened on my
ROMs
computer.
unless you own the original.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like TB said, I don't think you're not going to get persecuted for it. Like the money, if you were to go out and buy a copy of Battletoads today, the money isn't going to the developer. So and there's got to be a grey area.
And
there,
I did
do you know what
have
I
a
mean?
copy of Battletoads in Battle
Yeah,
Maniacs.
and that's the other
Hence
thing.
the
You've
reason
bought
why I
it.
want to play it again.
You've bought it at some point in your life and have paid the full retail for it or whatever it was on offer for at the time, and that money did go to the developers. So maybe if you play it, it will convince more people to play it as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Another one that I wanted to play was Starwing on the SNES. That was an awesome game.
Oh, yes. I have that as well. Great game. Loved
good
it.
game. Good game.
Was dreadful at it.
I knew that inside out, back to front when I was a kid.
Oh, it'd be nice to see how things change when you grow up. You're like, the
Yeah,
hell is
I've
this
tried
thing?
to play it now and it was crazy.
I'm like that every time I go back to an old game. I'm like, how did I do this when I was a kid?
Yeah, innit?
Just never get out of practice. That's the secret. Buy Sonic 3 and Knuckles on your Nintendo DS or whatever it is, and never get out of practice. That is the answer.
I just
No
huddle in
idea.
a corner because I don't know any of these games you guys are talking about.
god!
How old are you?
15?
Well, that'd be why then. What is it, like PlayStation 1 upwards?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I
And the original Game Boy.
Oh, original Game Boy.
Original
yes.
Game Boy.
The
won't do
original,
that.
yeah, well, what original Game Boy? Are you talking original Game Boy Advance?
No, like the Game Boy, like the big box one.
Dot
Big
Matrix.
grey one.
Yep, the grey one.
You don't remember a Spectrum or an Atari?
Maybe Atari.
Commodore 64. Atari ST.
GameCube.
I used
remember
to play
the GameCube.
Jaguar.
Disney
Oh,
play
I
Disney
love that.
on
Makes
the-
me
on
feel
the
so
Atari.
old when someone says, "I remember the GameCube." Like what? I remember the BBC Basic. Do you know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
I remember Fox Kids.
When I was your age, all
When
of
I
this
was
was
your
fields.
You young people growing up not respecting our heritage.
God.
Sorry,
broken
my
into the
voice act for
voiceover.
hire is coming
Yeah.
through. I apologise.
Yeah, that's it. Oh hi. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I got no
Well-
idea what for, but I will hire you. Awesome Endeavours is the voice actor on an upcoming project that we're working on.
Yes,
yeah.
we mentioned this last time.
Yeah.
Would you like
We
to go
did.
through it again?
Probably not. Have we finished the guest discussion already? Was the two
I have
questions?
2 more questions. I
Oh,
have 2 more
there we go.
questions.
Woo.
So we've heard you've had a little bit of trouble with your PC. Is there any plans of when that's going to be fixed? Because there's some
dunno,
people
you're
out
better off
there,
asking
me,
Nuts.
who want to know when Resident Evil 5 Part 2 is coming out. God damn it!
Oh, I had so much fun recording that. You have no idea. We had so much fun recording that. It's just
I had so much fun watching.
I upgraded the RAM in my PC, and I possibly got a static shock when I was upgrading it, and shorted out the motherboard. So the
Oh.
motherboard had to be replaced. And now we're having some problems just getting it running.
I think it's the RAM.
It works. It
Yeah, it
works,
works.
but we just have to get it working.
So now, every time you see me working on Peacemaker's computer, I'm grounding off every second I can. I'm so tempted to get 2 anti-static wristbands and just ground myself completely, do you know what I mean? Like, no static anywhere, so... It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, but as soon as it's up and running again, I'm going to get that video processed and we're going to get it up again.
In fact, the first thing we do, when that computer goes back up, Matt, just for you, is we're going to get Resident Evil uploaded. And you are going to be the only person who watches it, I can guarantee. But we had a lot of fun recording that series, and we've still got a lot to do, so...
Yeah. We will
And
continue it.
I'm putting off having to watch another one uploaded just because I want to watch you guys run out of ammo and go, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing.
No, we're not going to run out of ammo.
Nux already has.
I have, on several
what
occasions.
Our worst nightmares would be is if we just found out that nobody actually watches any of our videos. It's just everybody from the Chaoscraft server.
Well, we're supporting ourselves pretty well.
Yeah, that's it.
We're
My
doing
god, I'm
okay.
getting 2,000 views from people.
It's just me
Awesome.
sat there pressing the F5 key for you, Matt. I'm just
Yes!
sat there.
But seriously, on Kingdom Under Fire? Really?
I love that game, man. I'm your biggest fan.
No, don't. I've got some really creepy messages because of that.
That's what it's about, though. YouTube. I've made quite good friends with one of my who I thought was once kind of a creepy admirer. Sort of like we're bros now. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
And here I am.
Oh, Matt.
I was
I have
watching,
your
a-
video.
I was person who
I
reached
was
100
watching a
subs
B-Dubs
before me.
video the other day, and he was talking about how like his subscribers were having arguments on like the comments of his videos. I'm so happy I'm not a popular YouTuber. I don't have to deal with immature like antics. Like that.
Well,
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Oh,
I
dear.
don't know. Some people view it the other way around because the Rad Brad, he uploads quite a lot of videos across. Like he does really new games, like BioShock Infinite. He's already on like nearly the end. Do you know what I mean? And he says that if he sees haters in the comments, he knows that they're new and that his channel's getting bigger and bigger because obviously the new people are like hating on him. And then other times he said that his subscriber base put them down. Do you know what I mean? Like they just
Yeah.
spam, like they say this comment's spam and they negative vote the fuck out of it. So he's got his own sort of people who help him out as well. So once you get to a certain point, I think the fan base takes care of it itself. So
Yeah.
I
Which is
remember watching
nice.
a video, and they said that one of the hardest things about YouTube was getting your first dislike.
Oh, it is such a downer getting them.
It is. Like, I
Every
didn't
time
think
I
about
get
it.
one, it's like, why?
I didn't have a single dislike on any of my videos, and this was back in the day, Superbus videos, and then I uploaded a video of me and Fredders going around London, and someone disliked it. If you don't want to, it's in the title, clearly London tour with Nux and Fredders. Like, if you don't want to watch a video about London, then don't click on this link. Wait for the next Superbus video. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then if you want to get dislikes really easily, just kick someone off your server, because then they just bomb the fuck out of all your videos, and they're like dislike. So yeah, do that,
But,
and you'll
but then they feel bad and say, yeah, I'm sorry, it's okay. We're all friends again.
some of them
And
do.
then we troll about him every time we get a chance.
Yeah. Aww. I do feel sorry for lost people of the server, but the new environment on the server feels really clean and sort of like it's mellow now. Do you know what I mean? We don't have to
Call
worry
me
about things
mellow
like
yellow.
that.
Apart from someone blowing up my portal.
I'm sure that was a creeper, man. I can't. Everybody knows the rule, and everybody's mature enough to know that you shouldn't use TNT or lava in the pranks. Like, I haven't made a rules list on this server because I'm hoping everyone's sensible enough not to fuck it up. Like, do you know what I mean?
I wasn't mad. I
praying
thought it was
to
quite
God.
hilarious.
I'd have been mad if someone blew my fucking portal up.
Which portal?
The one just as I come into the Nether, the one just there, it blew up, and I was like, God damn it. And
How did
then
that blow up?
I don't want to interrupt this conversation, but we have gone off topic.
we have.
Oh yeah, dot dot dot.
Yeah. To be confirmed. We have one more question, and it involves gamertag.
And this
So-
is the big one for $1 million.
Dun, dun. You don't want to reveal too much. Can you at least reveal what game it's from?
Or
Or do you want to keep it a super secret?
No, I can reveal the game, I suppose.
Or just the
It's Final
series?
Fantasy
Doesn't-
VII,
Final Fantasy VII.
the
that is
final
an
boss
awesome
on Final
game.
Fantasy VII.
Nux wouldn't know how good this game is.
I have played through 36 hours of this game to get my
Oh, man.
players up to. I'm
Mate.
at 65 at the moment. I want to get another 10 levels on them, and then I'm going to do the North Crater, and then you will see the video.
Nice, man. I cannot wait for that. I loved Final
And I
Fantasy.
haven't got Knights of the Round. I will not do it with Knights of the Round.
You mean the
Knights of the
one-hit
Round
kill?
is, yeah, I'm not going to do it with that because that will just be such a killjoy. Like, I'm going to do it the old school way of just battling your way through it.
That's
I'll tell you what, one of the most epic things I ever saw is someone was battling the final boss on it, and all of their characters died. And just out of nowhere, Phoenix came and revived
Yeah,
all of them.
Final Attack Phoenix.
And I was just like,
Final
oh my
Attack
god, that is
Phoenix
so
summons.
epic.
That's the
Yeah.
best thing. You need that if you're going to go down there. There's no way of dealing with it, because he can just kill every one of your party in one hit.
Yeah.
Like,
That brings back the memories of 6 hours of trying to beat the Kingdom Hearts 2 last boss. Oh, that was so bad, and I didn't eat for like 6 hours straight. Like I hadn't eaten that day. I slept. I woke up. We played for 6 hours straight, and then like those little small pizzas, we ate 6 of those. So like 3 in between each of us.
Man, what
And-
hot pockets?
And then we felt great. And then we played Guitar Hero for like another 8 hours.
Nice.
The furthest I can't, like, the RPG genre is amazing, right? Don't get me wrong, I've got so many RPGs on my want to play list. Final Fantasy VII has never really appealed to me. I don't know if it's just because of my ADHD nature. I am really looking forward to the gamer tab, by the way, because you have slogged your. This has obviously taken a lot of work and effort. Do you know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to see like the.
that's why when
ultimates
you
and things
sprang
like
it on me, I was just like, no!
You bastard! You've ruined everything!
I couldn't help it. It was like 20,000 subscriber or views. But oh my god, could you imagine
Yeah,
the
you
20,000
wish.
subscribe? For fuck's sake, that would be amazing. No, but yeah, I'd definitely get on the game station then. But no, the whole thing with RPGs and that the leveling up system, all fantastic, great equipments and stuff like that, like customizing your character with clothes and stuff like that, fantastic. And I do like the RPG genre, but those games seem so long. I tried to play Goman on the N64 ones, right? And I got about, I don't know, I must have been about 20 hours in, and I'm assured that game is probably like only 15 hours long, do you know what I mean? I probably got about 20 hours in, and I was just like, I just can't do this anymore. This game makes no sense. Like, it was a good game, I just couldn't handle it. So, like, I'm not sure if that's really
commitment.
RPG.
I mean, Final Fantasy 12 took 85 hours to complete.
Oh, Final Fantasy 12. That's the online
Yeah.
one, right?
No, that was the one on PS2, the last one they brought out on PS2.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember now.
The one,
But that was doing everything as well, 85 hours.
the only one I got off the first disc with, Final Fantasy 9, the one with the card game.
Oh, I love Final Fantasy. Final
That was
Fantasy 8
Final
had card
Fantasy
games
8
as
with
well.
the card game.
9 had it as well. It had a different
it?
variation of it.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it anyway. It was annoying. The only thing I used it for was to get the ultimate weapon on before the end of the first disc on Final Fantasy 8.
That was for the lady, wasn't it? Or
No,
that
it was
the
for
Squall?
Squall. It was
Ah.
his Lionheart, is it?
I think it might be it, yeah.
The thing I remember about Final Fantasy VII is it was really blocky, and then Final Fantasy VIII came out and it seemed really polished. Like all the cutscenes were really like sharp and, do you know what I mean, like
Yeah, it
totally.
was a lot better.
And then you had Final Fantasy IX. Like everything in Final Fantasy VIII felt really clean and polished, and in Final Fantasy IX, I think I preferred the sort of grubbiness and the sort of like you're a
The
street
cartoon.
urchin
It kind of went
or-
back to the 7 feel, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so, a little bit.
But a higher resolution.
Yeah. See, that's the thing they need to do is they need to bring back the fucking games that everyone bought and played to death. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Final Fantasy. Get those games and do like HD version of it. That's why Mario's doing so well, because basically they've kept the format.
We'll talk about that in a bit, to be honest.
Don't want some
Mario.
Gamers
I'm
Rage
gonna
coming up.
scream.
Well, in that case, shall we move over to game releases? Matt, again, you captain this section, so I'll leave it up to you, bro.
I do. Alright, we're going to start off with releases for this month, which is April. And ironically, the very first one to be released is Defiance.
Woo! Defiance! Best
Now-
game ever!
We've heard that this game has got very terrible reviews. No one in this server ever liked it. It's horrible. It's disgraceful. It's a lie. It looks a really amazing game. It looks like it's
Yeah.
going to have plenty of stuff to it. And Nux is enjoying the hell out of it.
Oh,
I suggest,
yes.
Little
if you want to see
fangirl.
it,
Yeah, I
Yes,
am a bit
Awesome is a little
squee
fangirl.
about it.
if you want
But-
to watch it, go to Nux's channel. He's doing a playthrough of it, and he's loving it. You'll see that in his videos.
Loving every second. I'm grinning ear from ear every time I do those videos. It's quite hard to talk.
Oh.
It's a good
You
game.
can't read them
TB did a video of it, and this.
Oh, no.
I'm not bashing TB. Don't worry. This is the type of thing I do. I'm not bashing anyone on the internet. TB is actually he gets my highest respects. Do you know what I mean? Because the job he does is fucking tough. And yes, it is his job to point out flaws in games. It just felt a little bit like when he was doing his review and he was talking about having dual SLI Titans and a 1080 hertz or 120 hertz TV, when most normal people have just got like shitty 50-60 hertz TVs and they can't afford the Titan SLI. I feel like it just sometimes the software can't keep up with the hardware, and that's kind of sad. And then when he reviews games and he goes through them and he's like, this doesn't work and this doesn't work, I kind of feel like he's, because of his system, that the game doesn't work. And he did do a sort of like little service announcement saying that the AI is really terrible and things like that, but he was in the starter area and then he got a bit further on and he was actually like, okay, the AI's okay. And then he said that he did, at the beginning of the video, it was like the clown car mechanics, and then he went on to say how he didn't really know how else they could do it short of teleporting people in, and they did helicopter some people in, so it was creative every now and then. But yeah, at the end of the video it seemed like he was enthusiastic for it, and he said it's got like a lot of potential in that. So I'm hoping that maybe if Tryon Games sort out the 120 hertz thing and they make it so it's more accessible for people who have got like super graphics cards, then yeah, the game will be a huge success. But we just got to wait. And it's unique in the fact that it's coming out alongside a TV series as well, and things that happen in the TV series will ultimately affect the game, and things that happen in the game will ultimately affect the TV series. So all in all, it's a unique experience, and I definitely recommend checking it out. But that's me, I'm done, and I'm not bashing Total Biscuit. I am a fucking huge fan. I respect him, and he's got a very tough job to do, but at times I think he's got the most extreme system in the world, and he's doing a consumer-based program. If it were me, personally, I'd probably just have like an everyman's gaming rig. Do you know what I mean? Because not everyone can afford dual SLI Titans and 110 20 hertz TV and all this and that. But that's just me, and no, I'm not bashing anyone. It's the same with Angry Joe. I have a huge amount of respect for Angry Joe as well, and he sometimes says things that, I don't know, they're a bit, do you know what I mean? But I have huge respect for both of them, so I'm not bashing anyone.
Okay.
Just thought I'd get that off my chest. I haven't really got anything against anyone on YouTube. Not even Luke. So good luck to all the people on YouTube out there. So enjoy
Love
that.
you all. Big kiss.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Big kisses. Mwah.
Fabulous, darling.
Yeah. But go buy fucking Defiance.
Oh, there we go. Right, that's out. The next
Okay.
game we've got is Ninja Gaiden 3, which is coming out on, well, already is out on Xbox and PlayStation. I believe that's what it was telling me. I've never played the Ninja Gaiden, but they've got a notorious reputation for being incredibly hard.
awesome.
Incredibly
so
hard,
hard.
incredibly awesome. It's Ninja
Um,
Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, just to get it correct title.
When I'm going to take this one again, if no one else has played a Ninja Gaiden title, 3, 2, 1. No one else has played a Ninja Gaiden game.
I've watched it being
Not
played.
since the Sega.
Whoa.
Not since
It was
the
one on the
NES.
Sega, wasn't it?
There was one on the NES. It was one of the
Or was it
hardest
on the
games
NES?
ever.
Yeah.
Bloody birds that keep
Really
spawning in front of
difficult.
you the second you walk off a
Yeah.
screen.
Well, when I
Yeah.
moved to New Zealand, I bought an Xbox out there, and I bought Ninja Gaiden and bits and pieces. And Ninja Gaiden is amazing. The second one, at least on the Xbox 360, was incredible. I completely agree that it is very, very, very difficult, but it's so rewarding at the same time. Like if you play as a sort of like really hack and slashy kind of thing, because that is what it is, and you get a weapon that you really like. I think I had like a claw or a double-bladed sword or something crazy batshit like that. Do you know what I mean? And it just felt really satisfying, slashing people up and comboing on them. And then you do get to a point in the game where there's like a boss, and you go in to fight the boss, and he just completely owns you, and his minions own you, and then you sort of get stuck on that bit for a little while, and then you sort of just go away from it because it's physically fucking impossible. I'm swearing a lot on tonight's podcast. Sorry,
You
kids,
are.
if you're listening. Yeah, no, and we're
It's all
not
good,
even
don't
up to
worry.
Gamers Rage yet, so we're
No.
doing well.
Great.
Yeah.
It's next though. It's after all these.
Yeah.
Ninja
Well-
Gaiden always reminds me of Dark Souls and Demon Souls because of how unrelentless and hard it is. But then when you do something, you're like, yes, I finally did it! Sod you, game! Sod you!
I would have been like that if I'd managed to defuse the bomb in Men in Black on PlayStation 1, but we won't get into that.
Is that in the
believe
very
on
first room?
I believe
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden 1, I did the first level, screamed for joy like that, then put the controller down and said, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
I'm done.
I'll
Fuck
quit
you,
while I'm
I'm
ahead.
done.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Oh dear.
It's like an adult game on the NES, like, or the SNES, and that was always struck me as, Nintendo, Kirby's Dream Land and Yoshi's Island, do you know what I mean? And then you hear about games like this, Ninja Gaiden being on it, and from what I remember of 2, Ninja Gaiden's a brutal game, do you know what I mean? Like, the amount of gore and shit is just... I don't know how they would have replicated it on a SNES, but I imagine they kept the vibe, do you know what I mean?
Men explode and bits of red come out.
Yeah,
That's basically
that's
it.
exactly it. But you never got that on
Ketchup.
Sonic or Mario or anything like that.
Mario. I'm never gonna get over that. Mario.
Well, you used to jump on the head.
Yeah, and then they used to just tumble upside down and fall off the screen.
Yeah.
Mario.
You used to be able to pick up a turtle shell and throw it at things.
You still can.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and what game can you do this in?
Mario.
Mario?
Mario?
Mario.
Why is this a thing? What's next?
Next is it's for all those handheld people out there who like a bit of brain training. If you remember the old Dr. Kawashima's, that's the word. I'm just making it up. Dr. Kawashima's like brain training. They've got devilish brain training. Can you stay focused? That's for all those people out there who want to improve their focus, I guess. I don't know. I have not seen too much about it, but that comes out on the 12th. in
The
4
one
days' time.
game I got with my DS was brain training, so... there's
Yes,
a thing.
that had a huge popular thing for increasing everyone's IQ and reaction times, and it's popular amongst the older gamers who want to, sort of just
Sharpen up.
casual game, but also, feel like they're doing something.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So they don't feel like they're just like they can feel mature about playing a games console. Well, that's not what gaming's about. If there's any adult gamers out there listening and you think, oh, I shouldn't get into Minecraft, it looks a bit childish, or I shouldn't play these games because they're a bit like there's no over 18 sticker. It's not about that, man. Viva Pinata was one of the best games I ever played,
Oh,
and that
great.
game is so for kids. Do you know what I mean? And there's
No,
like
it
all-
isn't.
Oh well. Yeah, maybe. But no, trust. Some of the funniest shit you can do in games is in the sort of weird, wacky Viva Pinata, Minecraft, Terraria. Do you know what I mean? Don't Awesome Endeavours. I've hit his spot there with Terraria.
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 Surely it's
Terra.
pronounced Terraria.
Yep.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Mario.
Mario.
Oh, no, it's definitely Mario.
Mario, man.
Is that a new meme? Guys?
Have we got a Chaos Craft meme now? That's not good.
we have one. It's Ding Dong, don't care.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
I have that video still sitting in my videos folder for any future
Reference.
montages.
Yeah, man.
Oh yes. See, I've got a little folder in all my videos of favourite videos that I've ever uploaded, and I think there's like 6 in there.
I think when I get to the end of a series, if it's like a Minecraft series or something like that, I usually do like a little montage of things that have happened over the server and things like that. And I think if I may blow my own horn here a little bit, the video for the farewell to Cashcraft, you did one as well, didn't you, Matt? But
Certainly did.
I did a montagey style one with sort of screenshots that everyone had gathered and light video here and there and
My
just-
Sandstone Temple wasn't in it.
yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna do a longer version though, so because that one was to keep within the YouTube 7-minute deal. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, and at the end of that, there's just some really epic music playing, like dun 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 dun, dun, and then all you can hear afterwards is "This is a Minecraft sound test." A Minecraft. So I definitely recommend go watching that video. Because it makes me laugh every time I hear it. And I'm the fucker who made it, so yeah, definitely check that out.
Every time I hear myself say "sexy time in the cauldron,"
Yeah,
it
yeah,
makes
man,
me just
that's
giggle.
the best.
Oh,
And the
that's-
montagey bit where I sort of say hello to everyone's like, I'm here on Twilight Takeover with Digital Reaper, or I'm here with Awesome Endeavours, or Vecchian, or Matt the Geek, do you know what I mean? So, and
we
Tiddy
haven't
Llama.
done a video yet.
We did the spawner on the island together.
Oh yes.
So,
But I sort of turned up halfway through.
yeah, but it's still cool. You were part of the video.
Obviously, it didn't mean that much to Matt since he didn't remember.
Oh,
Lows. I
single
turned up halfway
tear.
through, like I said. I thought they were just doing the building speed montage when I turned up.
He just
I can't remember
slides
what
in
we
and
did.
out every now and again.
I'm one of those people with sort of like mysterious undertone. Is he there?
That's
Maybe.
why he's not a member of the family or the CCPD.
Yeah,
Because
that's
he's
it.
just a come and go man.
Lurks in the shadows.
Oh, I'm the shadiest person on the entire of the YouTubes. Great.
Running around in full diamond armor with a bastard sword.
Impervious to your fire arrows.
It's crazy stuff
Yeah.
how you managed to
It
get all that
won't be,
armor in one
trust
go.
me.
Yeah. That's the second set of
Yeah.
diamond armor I built, by the way.
Oh my god.
The first lot I'd lost in lava.
I don't even think I've
Lose
had
that
a
one.
set of diamond armor before in my life.
You're like the poorest man in Minecraft.
I am the poorest man on the server, and it makes me sad.
It's because
Oh.
you don't do massive mining escapades.
Like
I
me.
like,
You don't
I
strip
like
mine.
building. And all my buildings come out really poor as well. They're all just fucking boxes. Do you know what I mean?
You don't.
Like,
You
what's
don't
that all
strip
about?
mine.
Oh, you need to mine like I do, sir.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a training video with Matt the Geek. We can do it like you know how you start work at a job and they have to play you the health and safety video. We could do that and use
It's
like
just
effects.
dig everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. Go down to this level and go coal mining.
Yep, level 12, and just mine forwards.
Again, we have gone horribly off topic.
Yep.
I was about to say
that.
The next game that is coming out is for 3DS. The only reason I'm including this one is because it's got a big following, which is the Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. It's one of those rare anime games, I believe.
Jimmy
I was
Garmy
like-
is a god of death.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Why is Nux laughing? Is it because of the way I said so?
You're so oriental, man. It's crazy.
Oriental?
Oriental or Asian, whatever. You just read out a load of words. You could have said anything. I didn't understand a single one.
Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers.
No, still nothing.
No, okay.
Sorry,
I've never
game.
played them before, but I know a lot of people are in love with those series, so I thought I'd mention it.
Go check that out.
The next probably biggest one that most console gamers are going to be getting is Injustice: Gods Among Us, which is the new Batman sort of game.
The DC, and there's Spider-Man, the guy who made Spider-Man as well.
Dan Lee.
Did he make
Marvel.
Superman? No, because there was Dark
Superman.
Horse as well, and all that kind of stuff. But I know that Angry Joe's been following this quite closely because, and Jay and Silent Bob have also been following it quite closely. But they're talking about the TV series or something that was on, and this is the game, isn't it? The Injustice: Gods Among Us game. where Joker's on the front smiling and there's two guys
Yes.
either side of him. Yeah, I get ya. But there was actually a thing on TV or on the internet or something where people would sort of argue or vote for who they thought would win, but they'd use like superpowers logic. So like, Superman would easily defeat Green Lantern because all he's got to do is use his super speed to get Green Lantern's ring, and then he's powerless. Do you know what I mean? Like, people using superhero logic basically to convince people why their hero should win. And obviously, it's come down to Superman versus Batman, and yeah, I kind of want to see what happens. I mean, if I'd have known about this from the beginning, I think I would have been really involved into it, and I think more people need to do stuff like this.
Here's a
So-
spoiler: Batman can never win because he is not a superhero. He's just
Yeah.
a rich guy who buys gadgets.
See, now this is the thing. People say, because everyone on the Superman thing is like, oh, everybody who thinks Batman is going to win is just using the excuse, oh, because it's Batman. Do you know what I mean? But
I'm
the
Batman.
thing is, Batman
Technically-
might win if he has enough time to study Superman. That's what people
Yeah.
are saying.
Yeah,
Because he's smart.
Batman has the money to get a kryptonite-ized weapon that would take
Exactly.
down Superman.
Or
Like
he'd
Lex
have enough
Luthor,
time
yeah?
to trap him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And work some way out. And do you know what I mean? Like, there are ways Batman can win, but I can see where everyone else is coming from. Batman without his gadgets and stuff like that, just a man.
He's
Superman,
just Bruce Wayne.
Superman, even as Clark Kent, he can kick the shit out of anyone. Do you know what I mean? So,
Mm.
and he's super fast and all this and that. His one weakness is kryptonite.
And he's powered by the sun, so if there's an eclipse, he's buggered.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember that one. They made an eclipse, didn't they?
Yeah.
And he almost died.
So why
Yeah, he
doesn't...
gets his power from the sun, so... there's
If Batman's solar powered, why does he work during the day?
Well,
Work during the night,
Superman, you
sorry.
mean.
Maybe,
Batman
maybe
works during
he's
the
like
night,
a big
Superman works for
capacitor.
the day.
He's got a capacitor and he
Yeah.
stores it up. And the moonlight reflects. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. So it's only if there's an eclipse that he becomes like, oh, I've got no powers.
So,
And then
in
fades away.
reality, and I say in reality very loosely here regarding the superhero world, but if Batman just decided to fight Superman on a night where there was like an eclipse or on a day where there was an eclipse, I'm mixing these hour things up quite well tonight. If he just decided to fight him on a night where he wouldn't have any power, job done. Do you know what I mean? So, but if Batman's clever about it, he'll beat Superman. But I am secretly rooting for Superman because he is like the everyman's hero. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Bruce Wayne is a millionaire who lives in a swanky Batcave deal and he's got everything that he wants. Whereas Clark Kent's sort of like, I am Superman. Do you know what I mean? So
you'd
Sure.
rather have an alien win than a human win. Okay.
I don't care.
I got
do you know
lost
what I
in
mean?
Nux's ranting.
Say again.
Come back to us, Endeavours. Come back.
I got lost like 5 minutes ago. All I heard was Batman and kicking and I don't know. I got lost.
We've not heard from you a while, so what's your views on, Batman, Superman? Who do you think would win?
That's a good one. Who's the guy that got like laser eyes?
Cyclops
Cyclops.
from X-Men.
Yep, he wins.
He wins.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's got
between
laser
Batman
eyes.
and Superman.
Oh,
I
Yeah, but
think X-Men
Superman
are
has
Marvel
laser eyes.
as well. So
Yes,
we're
they
in
are.
completely the wrong universe here.
okay. Batman or Superman?
Yes, bearing in mind that Superman does have ice breath, he does have laser eyes as well, super strength, super speed, he can fly, and Batman is just rich.
Batman wins because he can buy kryptonite.
He knows the guy in
dear.
Damn who can ship it in for him cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Because Bruce Wayne's immune to it, right? So he could just put a big gem of it in the middle of his house, and Superman would never be able to go anywhere near him.
Yeah. And they'd never have to
Oh.
fight. So
He could just troll him, get him to come to like the outer edges of his like kryptonite barrier, and then take him down.
The fact that they've done many crossover series where they're all friends and whatnot is beside the point.
yeah, but no, there were. Oh, and that's the other thing. In this sort of Injustice Gods Among Us thing, they've chosen for evil Superman, I think. I think spoilers, Lois Lane might be dead and Earth might be totally fucked. I don't know, I haven't been able to follow it. But, evil Superman, man.
Man.
Oh.
It's like,
Man,
it's like when
man.
Supersonic came in at the comics, and so Supersonic used to be always evil in the comics, do you know what I mean? Like, the power of the Chaos Emeralds would corrupt him. It's nice to see that other sort of comics do the evil good guy kind of deal as well. So when he's overpowered and he's really hard to defeat kind of deal. I like that.
The ultimate evil good guy is the Hulk.
Do you reckon?
Man.
Yes, because he gets so angry he can't control his emotions and he does everything. Unless there's someone who looks like they're an innocent person, he just doesn't give a fuck, basically. He's a
Yeah.
machine. Oh.
So if you're faced with a Hulk, pick up a puppy.
Exactly. Don't smash the puppy! Puppy!
Just pick it up
Shrinks
and
back
show
down,
it
it's
its
Bruce
little
Banner's.
eyes, and the Hulk will just go, "Oh
Just
even-
tickle a
Bruce
kitten.
Banner. That's his name, isn't it? What did you say?
Bruce Banner.
Oh, did you? Okay. I think my audio glitched out. Sorry.
Yes. It does that time to time on the old TeamSpeak. But
Can I
hey,
even ask how we started talking about all this?
because Injustice Gods Among Us is one of the releasing games, which is the DC Marvel sort of, comic book thing.
There are some interesting
Okay.
fighting mechanics in that game where you can display your moves list while you're fighting. Like you can select the moves that you want to learn, and then you can put them as an overlay on your screen, so you can have them up while you're still fighting. So that's quite an interesting mechanic. That's something I haven't seen.
I can see that
recently.
being abused by all multiplayer games.
Yeah,
But it
maybe.
does sound like a great mechanic, because I always want to know, right, what do I do? Pause, scroll down to the next
Yeah,
move.
that is the worst thing. And I think me and you would have better chance at winning fighting games now as well, because obviously there's the buttons there, and we're not just spamming the shit out of them.
You might
Although
not.
saying that, Mortal Kombat, I did play very well. The last Mortal Kombat that came out, I played with combos and I completed the game. And do you know what? That felt really satisfying, carrying off all that stuff.
And again, we've gone dreadfully off topic.
Mhm.
Alright, the
You're
next
really
one
good
is
at
an
this."
indie game, which started off on Steam, I believe, in the green light, which is called Thomas Was Alone, and it's coming to PS3 and Xbox. It looks alright. It's just one of those little indie games that I like to give a little shout out to, because I've been enjoying a few indie games lately, and I just want to give them a big shout out every now and then.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
I'm not going to run away with this one. Everyone else talk about it. I'm going to shrivel.
I
Right.
doubt anyone even has heard of Thomas Was Alone. Anyone?
Is that the...
Go on, have a go on.
No.
What is it?
Is that the one that's kind of like
Minute Stories?
Kurt Plays, what the fuck was it? There was like, is it little sort of shadowed character in a 2D world, and it's a platform game? Is that right?
It's a platform game, but you're like you start off as a square, and your Thomas is a square. He can jump high. You go along through
Oh!
it. You find a friend. He's a big guy. You have to stand on him
And
to jump
he's
up
got
higher.
a different ability. Yeah, I
Yes.
get ya. Yeah. I saw Total Biscuit do a video of this, and
Yes.
yeah.
I saw him do it as well. That's why I thought I'd bring it up, because he gave it a big shout out. But now it's
Yeah.
coming to PS3 and Xbox on the stores.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh.
before we go on,
Yes.
since we're on the top, well, you mentioned indie, so
Oh,
it
yes,
just
yes.
sparked my mind. Locally, we have this wrestling group called Absolute Intense Wrestling, and they have like a show once a month. I think it's about once a month, and they're an indie corporation, but all the wrestlers that they have are so good, and they barely make any money like each night because they don't get paid anything because they're only indie wrestlers. But then I go, like, because I've been to an indie show, like several indie shows, and then I went to a WWE show, like the high paid, everybody's rich. And there's such a difference in realism and how much storyline that they put into it at WWE compared to the indie show. Like at the indie shows, they always like full on are hitting each other, like actually wrestling, like how WWE used to be. And it's not as kid friendly, seeing how last time some guy had a fork shoved through his forehead.
So it basically sounds like a lot like ECW when that was around. But
Yeah, it's pretty much that. Yeah, it's actually like to where they're actually wrestling and not fake slapping each other and over dramatizing getting clotheslined.
it's not an episode of EastEnders, yes.
Yeah, because like they do like these crazy hardcore matches. I mean, WWE does them too, but they're definitely not as hardcore because in the one match, I wasn't able to go to this one, but my brother went, and the guy there almost died. Like literally was almost dead because
Fucking
he was
hell.
bleeding so much. There was blood all over the floor. They had smashed him through like light bulbs and thrown him off ladders, and oh, it was crazy.
See,
was
this is why it's
ridiculous.
indie. When you get to the big stage, WWE, you don't need to do that anymore. That's where you sort of pay your dues. But if you've ever watched any of Mick Foley's wrestling, I mean, he's Hell in a Cell '96.
Mankind.
Yeah, Mick
When-
Foley actually got
Foley was
accepted
a
into the Hall of
boss.
Fame.
Yes, he's this year's Hall of Fame, and I have a video coming out about it because he is my favorite wrestler of all time. I have
looks
hair
like
like
you.
him. I have a good. Yes, he looks like me. Oh.
I
But
think that analogy is quite good as well in the way that the indie stuff feels more serious than the AAA stuff. I think the analogy can be transferred to the games company as well in the way that indie game companies are more sort of driven and they want to do a real job, whereas some AAA game places are just mass marketed and widespread and sort of like they don't have to be as real. I think that's quite a good sort of analogy.
It is because you can compare like recent games. I mean, Telltale's The Walking Dead. That was sort of, Telltale. They're not overly big anymore. But then you've got Activision that brought out the other Walking Dead, and obviously Game of the Year 2012, I think, was Walking Dead by Telltale, and I know Walking Dead is not going to get it for 2013.
Absolutely not. That
So-
game, the one by Activision looks abysmal.
Yes. The fact that they didn't even release a official gameplay trailer for it shows everything, really.
Yeah. Stay away.
But that was a good point. I do love wrestling, and I'd love to go see an indie show because growing up, you watch, Mick Foley just sacrifice himself. I mean, he used to do barbed wire rope matches, and he lost
Yeah.
his ear in Munich because he invented a new move where he gets his head caught between the ropes. And I'd love to see that come back, but unfortunately WWE is the mainstayer, and it's gone PG because they just want the wider audience for the kids, really. It's a shame.
It is a shame. If you ever come to US and you come to Cleveland, where I'm
to
at,
Ohio.
yes,
Come back
We're taking
to
you to a show.
Cleveland. Yes, that sounds awesome. I'd love to go.
it's
Big
so
fan
fun.
of wrestling. I hate how they've soap operaed everything in it. But what can you do, eh? It seems that in WWE, all you get is, right, run in. Here's the set moves you do. Punch, 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 kick, special move. Punch, punch, punch. Oh, I'm down. Special move. Game over. That's
Yeah,
it.
that. Like WrestleMania was last night. I don't know if any
Oh.
of you guys are into that, but
I love it.
so me and my brother, we went to a WrestleMania party and we bought the pay-per-view. And the main match was John Cena and The Rock. And everybody's like, "Yeah, this is gonna be a good match." But like last year, they had done it. They had wrestled for the title like last year also, and they're like, "It's a once in a lifetime thing." Well, they did it again this year for the
Yeah.
same thing, and it was the most boring match I've ever watched in my entire life.
Yeah.
Well,
have a
it's
habit
not the
of doing
same. I
that.
mean, I remember the days when. Do you remember people like Arn Anderson and Ric Flair and
Bret
and,
Hart,
um,
man.
Bret the
Banging.
Hitman Hart? Yeah, Crush.
boy.
Anybody remember Crush?
Was he from the Moshers, or was
He
he
was-
from Legion of
He was
Doom?
back in the day when there was Gold. What was his bloody name? There was a guy.
Goldberg?
No, Goldberg was
Before
late,
Goldberg?
Before
yeah,
Goldberg.
long before. This is about the same time as Andre the Giant.
Oh, holy shit.
Yokozuna?
No, Yokozuna was taken out by like his whole thing was done by Lex Luthor, wasn't it? Lex
Ah,
Luthor.
okay.
He that was their battle. That
Superman
was,
reference.
No, Lex Luger, not Lex. Yeah, I tripped.
It's alright, it's alright. It's just keeping us relevant to the gaming part.
Yeah.
We are horribly off topic this time. I don't know what happened there.
It was
We
my
went from
fault.
Thomas was alone to wrestling. Oh, I love
Okay,
it. Well,
is it the last one, Matt?
we have three more, which is the
Okay.
new Star Trek game for all you Trekkie fans out there. I know
Let's
nothing
try and
about it.
stay on topic.
Star Trek, live long and prosper. Mr.
I
Logical.
played the MMORPG. It was very nice. I'm looking forward to the game. I probably will get it. Next.
Anyone
I don't
else?
know
Any
if anyone's
views?
got anything else to add to that. Feel free to, please.
Moving on then.
I was bored of it from about 13 onwards.
Oh, can none of you can even play this second card where it's like, oh, they're just milking a property for the cash cow. You're not even going to go down that route?
No, because Star Trek games have gotten better over the years. They just keep getting better and better, I find. So I can't really say that they're just milking it. If they're still making great games for it, that people are really enjoying.
The MMO, did you, bro?
No, I did not.
I have
but-
played a couple of the PlayStation games and that lot, and if you can deal with that kind of gameplay, then it is a good game. But at the same time, it's not really my kind of thing.
It all depends how far you're into the Star Trek universe.
I absolutely loved Kikoski's playthrough of Star Trek
Yes,
with the
yes.
Shatner voices and everything. Like, that was amazing.
Ensign
Right.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Why won't you die, Ensign? I've commanded you to die. Now die.
Kikoski is fantastic. I think a link to
Yes.
not that we're in any position to big Kikoski up, but his link is going down in the description below.
I will get on that.
Yeah, mate.
Okay.
Kikoski for the win.
Should we move on to the next game then? Because we're
Yep.
almost there.
Please do.
Dead Island Riptide, game I'm looking forward to. Can't wait for it. Played the first one, loved it, got bored of it by the time I came to record it because I'd completed it 3 times already.
Holy shit.
Yes, I absolutely fell in love with Dead Island when it came out.
I-
I mean, yeah, go on.
I really hope they've changed the system where you don't have to pay for your repairs.
I think that gives money pretty much a purpose because I mean you have to buy the supplies to repair it. So you're like, oh, I have to buy wood to repair this, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but the resources aren't there. If there was like a system where you had to go out and scavenge there is a system where you go out and scavenge the resources, but there's also got to be a system where you can buy like just scrap junk parts. Right? When you go to a workbench, there's no interaction between you and any person that requires that you give anyone money. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just felt really out of place.
It
But
did
why-
feel out of place, but it gives it a bit of a purpose, something for you to earn more money for, I guess. 'cause
Who
people
the
just
fuck
like,
am I paying to repair my buzzsaw baseball bat? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense.
maybe you just have to pay like someone who's around nearby, say, give me some wood, and then just
Hmm.
fix it. I don't know. It
I
has
really
got a
hope
little
they've
bit
got
there.
that out. I really do.
I was happy with Dead Island, glitches and all. I mean, one of my favourite videos ever was a glitch in Dead Island 1. I made a car climb a tree.
Oh, sweet.
But I can't wait for Dead Island Riptide. It's
Well-
basically the same island and a few more bits of it, but
Maybe we could all go through Dead Island Riptide together, because I imagine they're going to do the same 4-player co-op business that they did before.
I think there might even be a 5-player co-op coming.
Oh,
Not sure, don't quote me on that, but I know there's 5
Peacemaker,
characters
you
in
up?
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah, boy.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be buying on Xbox because
Yeah, no, that's cool. We'll do some pokery, and we'll get some Xboxes in here.
oh,
man.
hokery.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
Well,
I'm
I
sure
have
we'll
a
find a
working
way.
Xbox.
You have
Endeavours,
working
you can pick up
Xbox?
a working Xbox off eBay for next to nothing these days, bro.
Endeavours
But-
has one Xbox.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I have
Oh,
2.
sweet. Well, job done then.
Final game, Hell
There
and
we go.
Damnation Painkiller. It's coming to Mac, and I think it's already just come out on Xbox and PS3. It's first-person shooter. I think it's multiplayer only. I'm not sure, but it looks quite fun, like a nice little throwback to the old sort of first-person shooters we used to get. But I don't know. I've not seen too much of it, but I know it's done quite well on Steam.
I think I bought a Painkiller game once in my life,
Mm.
and I don't know. I might have to check this. It might be Necrovision that I'm thinking of.
Oh, a great game.
I hated it, man. Hang on. Yeah, no, Necrovision.
I loved watching Necro play that game. It looked amazing when he went through it.
Yeah, I could probably watch someone play it, but the controls to me just felt really sort of just jerky, and the bosses didn't make any sense to me. It was really sort of strange. But I don't know what Painkiller's like. I might, if it's nothing like Necrovision, I might give it a look.
And that's it for, the main releases for April. Finished. Excellent.
Good.
Next is The Rage, and it sounds like Awesome's got a lot pent up
We
back
got
there.
game news next.
Oh, it is game news, isn't it?
There's game news next.
Ah.
Trying to derail
Ignore
this
me.
and get us off topic. Who do you think you are?
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nux. I'll never go off topic again.
I'll crush this. Trust.
Oh man.
The next Xbox possibly being always on. What do people think about that?
Don't care.
what?
Not gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy it for a while.
Hmm.
But,
Why would you make a console that was always on?
To make more money.
It's rumoured, only because of what one of the people who work for it, I think his name was Arf, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
But he basically said, oh, everything's already online, so what does it matter? And then he put like hashtag get over it.
Or deal with it. Hashtag deal with it.
Yeah, that's it. And I was just like, oh man, you cannot do that. And then Microsoft had to release an official apology saying he's not a spokesperson for us.
But notice that they did not address the always on DRM issue.
No, they didn't.
So
It does appear that they might be going into Blu-ray, so if you wanted the Blu-ray player as well as an Xbox, it looks like that might be a possibility for next year.
I think PlayStation, if they don't go always on, are going to win the next console wars. Because
Yes.
I'm going to buy a PlayStation. I'm not going to say I'm the turning factor, but always on DRM is a turn-off factor for Xbox to me. And PlayStation 3 always seemed to be more sort of glossed and sharp and all that. Like it was a more professional console, if that makes sense. But Dust 514 came out on PlayStation 3. And if I get the next-gen console, it's going to be a PlayStation 4 just for that one game. So
Unfortunately, PlayStation 4 has no playback ability, so you cannot play anything.
You can
but
buy the
PS4.
games off the store. I think what they're going to do is the backwards compatibility is that you can buy older games off the store. So if you can buy Dust 514 off the store, that would be fantastic, and I'll get a PlayStation 4. If not, I'll just get a PlayStation 3 because they'll be cheap as chips by the time the fourth one
Cheap
comes
as
out.
chips. Mario and cheapest chips.
Is he writing this shit down?
This
What's
just gets
this
better
for?
and better.
What is this for? What is he writing stuff down about? I'm confused.
Oh, bloody hell, shine me shoes, governor. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on, Endeavours?
These are just funny things I haven't heard before. Mario. That's definitely a new one. Mario's a new one. And
Mario.
cheapest chips.
Cheapest chips. What about your brown bread, mate? Apples and pears. Climbing the apples and pears?
Oh god, have we got into the Cockney rhymes? Back on the news! So, we're not happy that the next Xbox is going to be possibly always on. Don't do it, Microsoft. You should have learnt from Diablo 3. You should have learnt from SimCity. Don't be dicks, for fuck's sake, and make us rely on your servers as well as our internet connections. Don't do it. It's bad business. Just so you can sell more downloadable content and all this shit. Don't do it. And to make sure that there's nobody pirating your games. Just you're a games company. The rough with the smooth. Come on. If you say to people this is impossible to pirate and crack, people are going to go out of their way to pirate and crack it. So just leave it. Stop making a fuss.
Sounds like
There we
Sim
go.
City.
The worst
Yes.
rumour I've heard is that you cannot play pre-owned games on the 720, the Xbox 720, as it's going to be called.
Pre-owned
It's in-
games.
There's a rumour saying you're not going to be able to play pre-owned one. You can only play brand new games. I'm not sure how true this is, but if it is a
Well,
thing,
then they're not going to sell any, are they?
no.
Console killer. Absolute console killer.
Yeah, I mean, they're not releasing anything specifically until May, people believe, in some sort of event. So I think we'll have to wait until May's podcast to actually go full into depth about every little detail of the Xbox. At the moment, everything is just speculation and rumours.
I can already feel the hate dripping from each pore of my body. I cannot wait for that podcast because if everything we've talked about today is true, I am gonna go fucking off the rails, bro.
You can feel it coming in the air
yeah.
tonight.
Exactly. Phil Collins style, baby.
I just got that. I was like, hang on, is that it? Is. Oh, damn it.
Next in the news, EA is voted the worst company in America for the second year in a row. And while I find this very amusing, and it is very, very funny, we also have to remember that last year was the BP oil spill. So really this doesn't hold any value or any merit. It's a funny internet thing, do you know what I mean? But it's making big news headlines on gaming websites and things like that. So I think it's something we should probably address.
They deserve it.
They do. They're also
Yeah,
part of My
do,
Gamer's
don't they?
Rage. They're part of it. They're not the main reason, but
They are
they're part
there.
of it. Yes.
Yeah.
So
But no-
I don't want to say anything about them just yet.
if you if it was, but if they put out the worst company last year, it probably would have been a big bank or something like that. Someone who lost us all our money. But there are obviously internet campaigns and things like that. And is this then damaging? Not damaging EA, but is it not damaging the other companies enough to hold them accountable for their actions, if that makes sense? Like, if BP was voted the worst company in America, would they try to clean up their act a bit?
I don't think they would. I mean, if people are going to talk about you, it means, like, in good or bad sense, they're talking about you. Your name is getting out there. Like they say, it's no thing is bad publicity. So I don't think it would make them change. I think they might even carry on doing it just to stay in the news, because that way they're still being mentioned and people say, "Oh, BP, yeah, they do this," or "EA, reminds me, they played this game," or whatever.
Uh,
That's
They
the only
took-
trouble.
They bought this studio and absorbed its IP and liquidated all of its creators and sold
Stop
the
stepping on
license
my gamer's rage.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Carry on.
LucasArts has closed thanks to Disney.
Again, stepping on my gamer's rage.
Oh my god, alright, okay. What about the success of Bioshock Infinite?
No, I'm
Good
not mad
game.
about that.
That is a
Okay, cool.
good game. I have played 2 hours of it so far, and it's good.
Is it a 10 out of 10 game? Is any game you have
No.
ever played in your life a 10 out of 10 game?
No. I would
Alright.
probably put that on the top 5 of all games, like my
Yeah.
favorite games, because it is a really good game. It has the storyline so far, from what I've seen. It has a good storyline. It's got, I can't really judge a game, but it's got the good graphics. It's one of the best modern games so far.
Yeah. I think I haven't played it. I have seen Rad Brad go through it, and there's all these bits and pieces and stuff like that, and it looks really good. But watching his video, I can feel the combat system being really clunky through his video. Do you know what I mean? Like the weapons sound like gurdunk as opposed to grum 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 grum. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
It doesn't have
Fuck me
enough
throat
meat
doing
behind the
that.
bones.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know, it just seems really clunky and bam, 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 as opposed to the fast pace that I'm used to in first-person shooters. So I don't know. But I'll ask the same question of you, Peacemaker. Have you ever played a 10 out of 10 game?
Well, no. I mean, Final Fantasy VII comes close, but the graphics massively let it down. It's the storyline that makes it such an amazing game. But nothing really has ever given me like reason to believe that it was unsurpassable. Like,
Yeah. There's always going to be something. I don't think the 10 out of 10 is a fair rating. I think 9.5 is probably the highest logical rating you can give to a game without really overinflating its ego and making it like... Because now, the suits in the fucking office are going to be like, right, this was the best game ever, we should all try to copy this, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? And it's just because a load of reviewers finished the game, didn't have time to sit down and relax after they'd played the game, and just got straight on it because of the ending and wanted to be the first out there with their reviews. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like this is injuring the games industry more than it is, because now what have Bioshock got to strive towards? All they have to do is do a reboot of this, or another version of this, and job done. Do you know what I mean? They don't have to raise the bar for their next game. So I think that's kind of sad. 10 out of 10 do damage the gaming industry.
I was going to think of something, but I can't remember it.
Sorry, bro.
Awesome. Playing it, did you think that it would have been better if you could have gone for it with a friend, or do you prefer it as a standalone single-player game?
I think, well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I think that because there is a second character in the game, it seems, from what I've played so far, like you play like the first hour, and then a second character, main character, is introduced into the game. I think that at maybe having a secondary campaign for like co-op, like some games have done, to where they have like the single-player campaign, and then if you go through and co-op, it gives it kind of a different kind of storyline. I think if they went and did that, then they might have earned their 10 out of 10. But yeah,
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, there are games I feel that are meant to be single player. Like, yeah, there are some games that we all wish would have been co-op, and like, I don't know, I can't really think of any that come to mind immediately. But I mean, Singularity, for example. If Singularity had been co-op, it would have been great. But I think the story would have diminished slightly because they'd have put more effort into the co-op side of things and that kind of thing. So
Yeah, I mean, Demichev wouldn't have killed your pal.
yeah, exactly. Like Devlin would have survived, and all those sorts of things.
So you
But,
wouldn't have been able
there
to
was-
take all the glory.
There was another thing I was just thinking in Singularity. Yeah, no, it's evaded me. But again, I can see what you're saying. That if there was co-op campaign, it would also add another layer to the story. Like it would give a different sort of perspective and that kind of thing.
like maybe that would be, well, I don't know, because I'm thinking like maybe, I was thinking at the same time, maybe if you have to beat the single-player campaign to unlock the co-op campaign. So like maybe they could build on the ending of the game, because I don't even know what it is, but maybe build on the ending of the game, but then at the same time that might be a turn down for people wanting to just play the game for co-op.
I've seen most of BioShock, and I can tell you that it would have made sense to have I can't really say anything without spoiling anything, but it would have made sense to have a second DeWitt
Campaign.
No, it would have made sense
Oh.
if in the storyline they went through and there were two DeWitts. And if anybody's listening to this podcast and I've ruined everything for you, I'm so sorry. But it would have made sense. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything else, and I hope I really haven't ruined it for anyone. But just
I
the
will
way
put
the
a
game
cut in the
is.
video saying spoilers beforehand,
Yeah,
so
please
no one
do.
will be fine with it.
Yeah,
Tons
but
of
it would have
spoilers.
made sense.
Oh man. So when they judge 10 out of 10, what do they judge it on? Do they judge it on the times, or do they judge it on all the things past? Because when Final Fantasy VII came out, that was the best graphics anyone had ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
It had the best storyline anyone had ever seen in the game. It had great gameplay, great characters, a great, great big twist in it. Would that have been a 10 out of 10 at the time? Like, this is a 10
No, it
out of
was
10
a
at the
9.
time.
It was a 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's completely fair. Because if you compare, I know it's really difficult, but take Final Fantasy VII then and compare it to BioShock now. Do you know what I mean? There's such, I don't know, it's just like, if
There
you
was so
gave
much more for what it was. I mean, you got to remember that Final Fantasy came out just after the release of the PlayStation 1, like a year in or something like that. And there was no other game that had gone into that much depth and that much detail in its own production. There was no other game that had gone crazy like that and created like 40 hours worth of gameplay, 40, 50 hours worth of gameplay for you to do.
and that really set the bar. But again, at the same time, there was no way anyone was going to give it a 10 out of 10.
No.
And there's no way that people should be giving BioShock a 10 out of 10 now for exactly the same reasons. There's always going to be something better. Yeah, they're like benchmark games, do you know what I mean? Everybody goes back to Final Fantasy VII. Everybody's going to, in the future, everyone's going to go back to BioShock Infinite as a sort of game that defined what gaming is to them at some point. Like Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid defines gaming for me because it's just fantastic and it's part of my childhood. And yeah, I know I bang on about Sonic all the time, but Metal Gear Solid is another huge part of my childhood. The second one, Substance, and I wouldn't give that a 10 out of 10. I probably wouldn't even give that a 9 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? But it shaped my childhood. It's what it meant to me as a person. So, yeah, that's just me. I don't know.
I've also remembered about what I was going to say. Do you think the reason these games that are coming out are getting such good reviews is because of all their sequels and people are jumping on the bandwagon? I mean, did anyone here play Borderlands, the first one?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah?
I think I played a bit at Nux's house.
And who's played Borderlands 2?
Yeah,
I
and I can say I was actually quite disappointed with the second one.
Yes, so was I, because they had so many invisible walls. But what I'm saying is on the internet, a lot of people that I watched were going through Borderlands 2 playthroughs and whatnot, and they admitted they had never played Borderlands 1. But when Borderlands 2 came out, it had such big reviews. Oh, it's amazing, game of the year, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Is it because people are, buying the first one and then never actually experiencing the storyline of people saying, oh, wow, this is great. Imagine, where it's come from. But in actuality, the original game was better than it, and it should
Yeah.
never get a higher rating than that. I mean, the original Bioshocks, I've never played them, but Bioshock, yeah, it got a lot of, good feel about it. Bioshock 2 was anticipated and a lot of good feel. Bioshock Infinite has been bigged up so damn much
Yeah.
that people can't help but go out and buy it. So, I don't know. I think that's possibly something that's ruining games. It's
Yeah.
the publicity of it all.
The 10 out of 10, the unnecessary hype, all this stuff does not help a game. Or a game. Well, it might help one game. It doesn't help the industry as a whole, and that's really what people need to start focusing on. Because, fuck, man, we're going to be left with two companies, EA and
Activision.
probably Sega. Do you know what I mean?
And Activision, definitely.
Well, yeah, if they keep producing Call of Duty and that.
I think a game should actually speak on, what it sells, because Bioshock has been bigged up and everything. Minecraft, no advertisement. All it had was people playing it on YouTube.
And
as
it sold
people
over
said,
10
it was
million
good.
copies.
It has definitely been the most successful game sale that I know of, in the last couple of years and whatnot. And
But
there was
even
no hype for that.
Minecraft wouldn't get a 10 out of 10.
No, exactly.
No,
Like
no,
nothing.
definitely.
Alright. It's a fantastic game. You are the basis for the rating system in Minecraft, because the experience that you have in Minecraft is directly related to your imagination and ability to do things. So if you rate Minecraft, I think you're basically rating yourself in a way. So
That could be said
yeah,
true
it's
of
a
all
10
the
out of 10.
games.
10 out of 10, hands down.
10 out of 10 hands down.
11 out of 10.
Well, you are awesome, aren't you?
I think that goes back to something you said about the suits. I mean, people playing this, do they really have a gaming knowledge, the people who do the reviews? Because they're saying, oh, this is the best game ever. What's their experience? What have they played to measure it against? That's what I want to know. Who the hell is, reviewing these?
And that's why I hold people like Total Biscuit and Angry Joe Show and all these people, especially Jesse Cox, who is now doing Greenlight Review sort of thing. All those people, I've got a huge amount of respect for them, because they're actually gamers and they play games on a regular basis, so their input is more valid to me. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you then, Peace.
Right. It's just that, like, if you think, it goes back to another thing, like we were saying earlier about how, like, well, Minecraft didn't get the publicity and yet is a good game, and it's almost like what we were saying about the indie games, They did more with it because they didn't have the money. They didn't, they wanted to do it for what it was. It was a good, brilliant idea for a game, a brilliant concept.
Their heart was in it.
Yeah, exactly. And they put so much more into it that you can feel that when you play the game. You can feel how much thought's gone into it. You really get some enjoyment out of it. Whereas with these other games, they you think about games like Modern Warfare and like Call of Duty, they always get such good hype and everything like that. But you play the campaigns, it's just you go from this destination to that destination, shoot loads of people, and push a button occasionally. There's no thought in that.
Can I just say, on that modern Call of Duty, whatever it was, the one that came out before the last one, and I'm sure everyone's played the campaign by now, the storyline in those campaigns is terrible, and you can see the cliffhangers and turnarounds, whatever you want to call them, miles off. Like the Russian geezer in the tunnels, the one that you're freaking out. Like, what's his name? I can't remember. I should though, because we've spent so many hours on the title screen.
I'm inclined to believe Sergey,
Um,
the big guy.
yeah, but what was the guy who when you're in the menus and you're strapped down to the chair? Mason. But yeah, when he's having all these flashbacks and he's seeing the Russian geezer, you can tell that the Russian geezer's not there, even though your character's interacting with him. And it's just but you could see it coming a mile off. Just such bad story writing and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And it didn't. Call of Duty is just manufactured, and people think this is good storyline.
While we're on this topic, if I just want to say, I think that's how most campaigns of games are going now. Like, if you look at Battlefield, worst campaign ever, one of the best multiplayers. Call of Duty, worst campaigns ever, some of the best multiplayers. I think that's really how games are going now. They're all edging towards multiplayer because pretty much everybody in the world has, like, internet now. So they're all linking together and playing with each other online, so there's really no need for the single player. Unless you're one of those people who want to look for the...
sell more copies as well, I reckon. Because if you go around your friend's house and they're playing a really cool game, and then they mention to you, oh, we can play... Like with Defiance. I am playing Defiance now, and I am selling it to you guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am trying my best
to sell it.
Fucking sell it to you. But it's me who's selling you, like, the multiplayer aspect. I'm like, right, we can do things, we can join up in a clan. And because you think that that's a cool thing to do, like, yeah, we can all get together as friends like we do on the Minecraft server, blah blah blah, and like, it's the multiplayer aspect that sells that game, because you wouldn't have given it a second notice if it was the Defiance universe and you were roaming around in there on your own. You wouldn't have given it a second thought. But because you can play with friends, you're more inclined to pick the game up because your friends might have it. Do you know what I mean? So multiplayer games are a good industry strategy, but in the long term, they need to make games like BioShock Infinite to make up for the multiplayer overhaul. Do you know what I mean? So,
and also, I want to say, like, if you want to play a multiplayer game or something, you want to get a game for the multiplayer, you're more inclined to buy that game because, say you pirate single player games. You're not going to be able to pirate the multiplayer because you're not going to be able to play the multiplayer on those games, so you're going to be more inclined to buy it instead of, because if it doesn't have a single player, then there's no reason for you to pirate it since you can't play it online.
That is another perfect reason, and I think that's what they did with SimCity, is they forced it to be multiplayer, so it always had to be online, and well, you can see how well that's gone.
Maybe not the best example of multiplayer being a selling point there, Nux.
Bro. No, but that's because they tried to force the multiplayer. It's ruined the game. We all know SimCity is a single player game, and they've tried to make it multiplayer, but in that instance it's failed horribly, whereas in the instance of Call of Duty and things like that, it works really well to sell games. But with SimCity, it's never supposed to be multiplayer. They've just EA's taken it and ruined the format. So
when it comes down to it, you've got two different type of gamers. People who like gameplay and multiplayer, and people who like story and graphics. If you're one of the like story and graphics, you're just going to go out and buy the single player RPG games mostly. Everybody else will end up buying, anything that's got any multiplayer at all to play it with their friends. And personally, I'm more inclined to go towards the single player games because they always tend to have a better story. I know BioShock removed multiplayer to focus on the story, whereas everything else is like, oh yeah, look, you can have more people in here. More people means more fun. No, not always.
People, like game producers, need to think more about the upcoming, like the way things are connecting more, and incorporate a storyline into a multiplayer ethic, whereby, like, if you have more people in your team, then the game gets more difficult to accommodate it. But you can play it as a single player mode. You know what I mean?
Diablo 2 had that down perfectly. Just saying, bro. Do you know what I mean? Diablo 2. You could play it single player, or if you wanted, you could just set a private server up, and I think it was 8 people could just, do you know what I mean, chill. But then if you wanted to go back to being private, you didn't have to. And you could still be a single player in a multiplayer world, I think, and level up your character that way. So yeah, Diablo 2 did it really well, and then Diablo 3 came out, and I think that's what we were all expecting, like the ability to do single player and all this and that. DRM, what the fuck? Just leave it alone.
I played WoW for ages, and I eventually hit a wall because, like, I wanted to start doing the raids and stuff like that. And you try and go on one of those raids on your own. It doesn't matter what level you are, you just get annihilated. You need a team of about 8 people to get in, and I didn't have any friends, not on that game.
I used to play World of Warcraft when I was living in Basildon, and with all the other people who used to work at the same building I'm at. The people I was living with, we all drunken WoW sessions and what have you. But yeah, no, the thing with that was,
Carry on with it.
Yeah, no, we played WoW for quite a bit, and it was good fun. But yeah, you do need lots of people to do the sort of big events and the boss battles and stuff like that. And but that is in itself a multiplayer version MMO. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is an MMO. You need multiple people to play it, which is why Defiance is a breath of relief, because if you want to, you can just play it on your own, and if you want to do an Arcfall event, that's when you get yourself involved with other people. But it's not like a raid, you don't have to do it to progress the story or anything. But yeah, okay, next topic, sorry, I sort of just, again...
Did we elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Yes, but we're coming up close to it, so we're going to have to move on to the Gamer's Rage. I think we've heard Nuck speak for quite a bit, so let's move on to Peacemakers for a bit. Peacemaker, what's your rage of the week or month?
Okay, right, brace yourself, guys. Now, as you might be able to tell, I am a fan of the Final Fantasy series, of which my favourite is Final Fantasy VII. And for absolutely ages, I've been wishing and willing and trolling them to remake it in HD. And they have recently released that they're releasing they released footage that they're gonna release a HD version. Get this, of Final Fantasy X and X-2. Now, 10 was an okay game. I don't mind that, but 10-2 was a woman's game. You played as women the whole way through, you collected orbs and changed your dress outfit. That is ridiculous. I don't want that in HD. What I want is Final Fantasy VII, okay? Don't release Final Fantasy X. I played it on the PS2, it was okay. Like, don't release Final Fantasy X-2. That was ridiculous. I think my girlfriend got more enjoyment out of that game than I did. Just give me Final Fantasy VII in HD. Like, you released the film, that's brilliant. You can do the graphics, we've seen that. Release the game.
There's sort of two things about that. The Final Fantasy X-2, do you not think that maybe it was time for them to give, like, a woman's game to it? I doesn't want to be sexist here or anything, but throughout the whole thing, you play as a male protagonist. Maybe they were just trying to say, here, girls, have a storyline.
Hang on. The female roles in every Final Fantasy game has been spot on. Tifa is a role model for some people, do you know what I mean? Ares, everybody knows who Ares is, do you know what I mean? Like, or whatever, Ares, whatever.
Ares is God of War.
Oh. Aerith?
Aerith.
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 Yep.
But everybody knows about her, do you know what I mean? If you go further down the line, everybody sort of knows about Lightning, is it? And she's a strong female lead, do you know what I mean? So
yeah, they've always had an element for the women. They don't need to incorporate this ridiculous change of outfit every 5 seconds unless it actually has something to do with their armor stats. You know, the things you like, the different armor and stuff like that you used to put on, changed your outlook, and it was all incorporated so that you can manipulate it to suit your gameplay. In this, you changed your outfit to become a black magician or a white magician, like she did a songstress. They used to sing songs in battle. That is a girl's game. You know?
I'm not denying it's a girl's game. I hated 10-2. I had to put it down after 20 minutes of playing.
Exactly, man.
But what I'm saying is, you know, it's always been a male lead. They've just wanted to give it to a female for once. I think it was good.
They screwed it up.
They did screw it up. They screwed it up badly. But
And
I
now
think
they're releasing
what they
it in
tried was
HD
good.
so you can watch them screw it up again.
Yes, that does bring me on to my other point. Do you
Brilliant.
think HD remakes are good or bad? Because Final Fantasy X is still got a lot of playability on it. It still looks amazing on PS2.
Yeah.
Does it need a HD?
FF10, not 10.2. FF10 was amazing. It was like just like Final Fantasy 7. It had a really good storyline, and a really good twist at the end. But well, if you're educated, you can kind of see the twist going to come because it's obvious. But at the same time, it is a twist. Like if you're not looking for it.
It's not the Call of Duty
but-
level of you can see this twist coming a mile off.
No,
No,
it's not
no.
really. I mean, because you get trapped in the storyline, you don't really think about it. But it is
Oh,
obvious from the
man.
beginning of the game. But like that was brilliant. I really enjoyed playing that game, and I wouldn't mind playing that in HD. But the 10.2 doesn't need to happen. Don't release 10.2.
No.
Release 7.
I agree. 10.2, stay the fuck out of my gaming system. Don't come near me. Fuck off. But I mean, recently they've gone back and made a lot more HD remakes. Do you think that's good? Like Devil May Cry series, they're making Kingdom Hearts remake, they're making Sly Cooper, I think. Do you think that's going to help the industry, or do you think it's just reliving old memories, just trying to milk it?
The
I
Silent
think
Hill
the
HD
game
pack
choices need
flopped.
to be more. They need to like actually get what the consumers want to see. You know, actually put the word out there and say what games that we've released do you want to see re-released in HD? Like, not just go, oh, like we really enjoyed making this game, and admittedly it was completely terrible, but we're going to remake it in HD anyway.
It's got
Do
a
you think
point.
the only reason they're doing that is to carry on the storyline in HD? I mean, you play Final Fantasy X and you want to see how the rest of it ends. They can't really just say, "Oh, there is no more of it." No, it never happened. Do you think they have to
No,
make
because
that HD?
You can still go back and buy 10 and
you
10.2
could play
now.
10. No. The thing is, the story in 10 is situated around Tidus and Yuna, and that the whole story of how they defeat Sin, you know, and that story ends at the end of Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X-2 is a woman's hunt for romance. That's essentially all it is. She's
You're
chasing the
kidding
dream
me.
that she's going to meet Tidus. That's the whole way through.
Oh, you are kidding me. I might
Yes.
need to pick this up just to see how terrible this is.
Yeah, I'm
What,
not lying,
10-2?
geezer. Just have it play it for 20 minutes and you'll understand.
I
No,
played
'cause I've got
10
three
for quite
copies.
a while, and I liked it. I liked 10 because of some of the interesting characters. Admittedly, I only played it up until the point where you got Riku, but we'll glaze over that. But
Yeah, then he stood in the
Why?
corner and just zoomed in.
No, maybe, no, but
Definitely.
no. Like I did play a lot of Final Fantasy X, and it was good. But I'd never played Final Fantasy X-2, so it would be interesting if I pick it up. It would be interesting to see what a train wreck they've made out of it.
If you've still got a PS2, I will give you Final Fantasy X too. I've got a couple of copies of it here.
Thank you, sir. I'll examine it and then send it back your way.
Oh. Right, so do we want to move on to Awesome's rage now? Or we still
Yeah,
got more
of course
about
we
us?
do.
Awesome, what's your rage? And don't say Nuxie's obsession with Defiance. That's my
What? That might possibly be it.
No,
No.
not allowed.
It's fanboys.
yeah,
I
it is
probably wouldn't be
fanboyism,
raging
I'm
about
sorry.
that. My SSD. It's not really gamers rage. Oh yeah, it is because it's my computer parts. Anyways, my SSD. I am going nuts about this thing. Okay. I was dumb when I built my $1,000 computer I got over here for Christmas. I decided I was like, okay, I want to get an SSD so I can put my operating system on it. I did a little bit of research and I found that usually an SSD because I got a 32 gig SSD, I do believe,
Yeah.
and they said online that the max it would get up to was like 16 gigs or 20 or something. So I was like, okay, so I still have enough room to maybe put a game or something on there. Well, now I'm at the point to where the internet lied, and I have 250 megabytes
Spoilers,
free.
bro. The internet lies.
Yes, and I have 250 megabytes free on an SSD. So the bad thing is, I will go on YouTube and be like, all right, let's watch this 30-minute video, and I want to watch it in 720p or whatever. I'll be able to load like 5 minutes of that video before it'll say it's playing, but it won't like move the thing. It'll just stop at the time, and I'll check my hard drive, and it'll say I have 0 bytes free because
temporary
Google-
files and all that stuff.
the Chrome cache is like, hey, we're just gonna put all of our files on this. So I'm like, okay. Then I looked online. I was like, okay, so how can I move this cache? I somehow found this thing in Windows 7 where you make a thing called a link, and you just put it in a different folder, and then you link it to where, instead of saving it to its default folder, it'll save it to where you linked it. So I put it on my other hard drive, and I linked it. It said it was all successful and everything. I thought it was working for like 10 minutes, and then my SSD started filling up again once I started watching another YouTube video. And at that point, I just gave up, and I've deleted pretty much everything possible off of my hard drive. I no longer have Photoshop because I deleted that.
No.
And I only have 250 megabytes free. So, least to say, that will be my next investment, is a larger SSD. Probably like 128 gig.
Are you flipping tables over there, bro?
Oh, I'm flipping tables.
Oh, bro, it's on. Table flipping. Ooh. Someone's gone. I'll take over for a second then. Yeah, I suppose it's my turn to do Gamer's Rage.
Oh boy, we could be here for a while.
We could. We shouldn't be, actually.
Okay, good.
We shouldn't be.
Go on.
My Gamer's Rage this week, or this month rather, you have an update. You know exactly what I mean. And people who watch my Singularity series, they know too. They know exactly what's coming.
Talking about Steam?
Say again?
Are you talking about Steam?
I might be talking about Steam.
Yes.
Well, just updates in general. Steam is the prime example, because while I was playing Singularity the other day, a game that I might mention has nothing to do with Steam. I bought it hard disk copy. So, yes, nothing to do with Steam. And I was doing quite a tense part in Singularity. I was on an elevator that was going across, and there were spiders everywhere and all this sort of stuff, and I was trying to snipe them out. And, yeah, Steam just took full control of my computer, was like, you need to do something, we need an update, or all this shit. And it made full screen Steam, and it took me out of Singularity, and it did all this crazy stuff. And then I then got back into the game, and by the time I'd reached the next checkpoint, because Singularity is a checkpoint-based game, I noticed that the little numbers up in the top right corner weren't red, they were yellow. So Steam had literally fucked me out of a video, and my Gamer's Rage is that these things shouldn't update while there's an active user on the system. Like, if you're playing a full screen game, or if you're doing anything, Java should not pop up in the corner and say, oh, you've got this thing. Or Steam should not take over your whole computer and just be like, oh, I've got to do this now while you're in the middle of this really important shit. Sorry, bro. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't have to close things like Skype and Steam and things like that just because they've got an update. I should be able to have these programs on in the background just in case someone wants to get in touch with me, or if something's going on the Chaoscraft server. So someone, say I'm playing on Singularity, and Skype will pop up in the corner, and someone will be like, oh, hey bro, there's something wrong with the Chaoscraft server, and it will go away again. That's nice. I can handle that. But when Steam just completely takes over full screen and is like, right, I need to do this, let's reset, or press OK to install this fucking update. Surely, if I'm running Steam and I can't run Steam until I've updated, you should just have the common fucking sense to know to update without my input. Is this so difficult? You're a computer, for God's sake. You've got more intelligence than I have. Obviously, none of it is spent in the common sense drive. Rant over.
Or ask at a convenient time.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm not in the middle of a full screen fucking game.
Like when I click on Steam.
I've got 2 monitors. Why can't it display in the second one?
I think if it should do anything, it should display like Windows Update does. In the bottom right-hand corner, do you want to do it now, 10 minutes, 2 hours, remind me later, etc.
I think it should be like one of those pop-ups that come in, and then after like 15 seconds or whatever being there, they slowly fade out.
Yeah, like when
There
you
you
install a thing, like you plug a webcam in, and it's like, da driver's installed, fantastic, and then it fades off again. Like, why can't every process be as simple as plugging in a device and just letting it go? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sex joke.
But yeah, I'm sweating here. I am so angry. I am perspiring, good sirs.
So what you're saying is you're not looking forward to buying the Steam box, which is Steam's PC game console.
No chance. I've got a pre-built, well, not a pre-built, I've got a custom-built computer right here that is running on dual SLI 8800 GTXs. Nothing Steam produce is going to stop me from building custom builds and enjoying them. Nothing Steam build, because you can guarantee that if you buy a computer from a company like Steam, they're going to have skimped in every possible way. They're going to overinflate the specs, and it's just going to be like, what market is there for it? People have got home PCs, people have got consoles, people have got Macs and Linuxes and stuff like that, and they've got PlayStations, they've got Xboxes, they've got Wii's, they've got all this. Where does Steam think it's going to sell these goods?
It's
Or where does Valve?
hitting the gamer-only demographic, so it's PCs built around gaming, so it'll have, I don't know, I think all the little toolbars at the top or whatever on your keyboards it gives with you, it'll have some shit like that. It'll have 2 disk drives, lots of USBs. I think that's how it's going to be, but I've not read too much about it. I only saw it literally as I was looking up about the Xbox 720. But yeah, I'd agree. They're doing stupid. I mean, they're all consoles anyway. They don't need to make their own and waste their money.
They have got,
Really don't.
sadly, the perfect business model with Steam. They don't need to make a console.
Not at all. They've got their foot in pretty much everything. You know, it's in action. It's in software as well. I mean, you can buy an RPG maker. You can buy editing software through them. They don't need their own console. You know, I think it's pointless. I think Steam are starting to go downhill, and sites like Green Man Gaming and GOG are slowly catching up to them.
I really hope Steam does go under, GOG does sort of come up, but they need a much larger library before they even come close. Like, they really need to pull their finger out, get more unique deals with other games companies and things like that. Like, Origin only sells EA games sort of thing, and then they might advance into the future and get other games. Do you know what I mean? Like, if GOG got some exclusives, then that might help boost them.
Or Uplay, Ubisoft.
Yeah, Uplay.
I think the one that will take over anything is going to be greenmangaming.com, because right now you can buy BioShock Infinite on PC as a download for $23.99.
Yeah, see, that's amazing.
Yeah, and it can't be traded in, but any games that you do buy on there, not all of them, but some games that you buy on there can be traded in. So if I just click on one randomly, it's Brain Booster Games. It can be traded in for £1. It costs you a tenner. You can trade it back in for £1.
You get
So
10% of it back. That's nice.
Yeah, so you can potentially just keep building up your repertoire of games by selling back ones that you've already got. Granted, some of them, like A-Race Extreme Show, cost £15. You can trade it in for 25p.
Yeah, no.
But if you're never
you
going to
could
play
make
it again,
the perfect games collection, which is one of the problems I've got with Steam. I've got loads of these shitty, like, £2 games in Steam, and none of them are very good. And then I've got loads of really sort of like AAA titles like Far Cry 3 and shit like that, do you know what I mean? Like games that you want to hold on to forever. If I could sell the shit back to Steam that they sold me and get a little bit of money back for them, it would help them in the long run, because they've already sold that game once. That's already part of their statistics. I then have to spend the money that they've given me, because they're not going to give me hard cashy money. I would then use that to spend on more Steam games.
yeah.
So there's potential there, and instead of doing that, they're selling pre-beta access to games. Well done, Steam.
Yes.
Congratulations.
But, I mean, if you go on Green Man Gaming, I'm going to promote the fuck out of this. Assassin's Creed 3, 15 quid, you know? PC download. But not only do they do PC download, you can buy, you know, actual copies of the PC game.
Ooh.
And they also do Xbox and PlayStation 3 games as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So I think these guys are going to actually take over Steam. They just need to get a bit more support out there.
Do you know what would be good? If Play.com teamed up with one of these digital distribution companies, I think
Well,
that would really
Amazon's
work.
teamed up with one, hasn't it? Who's Amazon teamed up? Oh, they teamed up with Love Film. That's right. Yeah.
But they offer
So
games as well, don't they, for digital download, Amazon?
Yes, they. I don't know if it's digital download, but they do like through Love Film. They do trading games, so you can borrow a game or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think we
I'm
got a little
huge,
off topic.
Yeah, I'm a huge fanboy of Amazon. But yeah, sorry, Matt, what was your gamer's rage?
My gamer's rage is these big companies are ruining my fucking childhood. Disney, big part of it growing up. Now they're being a bunch of cunts. Why? They recently
C-bomb dropped in a podcast, boy!
in the same word as Disney.
Oh boy.
Who'd have
They're
thought
buying
it?
out all these companies that I grew up, with, playing games from. LucasArts, you touched on it earlier. I said, stop stepping on my gamer's rage. They took LucasArts and they disbanded it because they had their own games team. I'm sorry, I'm Epic Mickey. That was fucking great. That was so much better than, Monkey Island or Day of the Tentacle, Indiana Jones games. Yes, fucking Epic Mickey. I've got a paintbrush. Oh, I won. Fucking, they have ruined the childhood. They're not the only ones. EA, they're fucking ruining the childhood. Oh, let's buy Westwood. Let's make Command and Conquer games. How good is Command and Conquer 4, Nux?
Oh my god, don't! Because this will
I'm
lead into another
fucking doing
gamer's
it.
rage.
See,
Number
they're
4
ruining it.
is abysmal. Like, there's no resource gathering, there's barely any unit production, there's no tech trees or any of that, as far as I could tell. I don't know if I was just being thick as shite, but forgive me if I'm wrong. I've managed to play every other Command and Conquer, no fucking problem. 4? What the hell was that?
These companies, they're going back and they're ruining everything that we grew up with by getting rid of the companies that made it.
Me and Matt are going to go back in time, EA, and we're going to stop you. We're going to stop
Sonic Team are
you,
getting
EA.
stopped, EA are getting stopped, Disney are going to get stopped at some point.
Traveller's Tales, you're never going near Sonic 3D. In fact, you are never going to be on the same fucking continent as Sonic Team. Do I make myself clear?
I picture Nux doing like jumping up and down, grabbing the arms on his chair, slamming his butt back into the seat.
Oh, that's what I was doing when talking about my one. I was just oh, so mad. They're ruining everything. I grew up with great click and point adventure games, and now they want to focus on Mickey Mouse with a paintbrush. And Star Wars games, which, as we all know by the latest Star Wars films, have gone down terribly. I don't like it. Why are they ruining everything that I grew up with by replacing it and getting rid of it? And
to be fair, your huge childhood disappointment has come at the age of 24, 25, basically, right?
yes, because they're
How the
ruining
hell
it.
do you think I felt when Sega released Sonic 3D? I've had to put up with that for nearly, 10 years.
You were too young to know back then. You were too young to know.
I'm done. I'm sorry, but
Oh, boy.
I mean it.
That's it. That's all I've got for rage. I need to know more. Right, should we take a break here?
Matt, we're gonna win it back. We're gonna make Taking Flight the game, and with the profits, even though I don't even think it's a game we're gonna sell, just some free-to-play stuff without microtransactions. We're gonna try and work out the best gaming thing ever. And once we become millionaires off that, we'll just buy all the companies and bring them back to life.
Good.
Job done. And we'll reclaim all their IPs and
Bring
all the
back
good stuff they
Westwood,
did.
bring back LucasArts,
Exactly.
bring them all back. Bring them all
Bullfrog,
back.
you can come back, Bullfrog. We love you, Bullfrog.
Revolution, they're still going, but they're kickstarting stuff. We'll just give them the money. We'll just say, yeah, do what you want.
We're millionaires now. We can throw money at things. They happen.
Take $1 million. It's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, thanks very much, guys.
Definitely time we take a break so we can move
Yes.
on to our final chapter. I think we're up to like 2.5 hours now.
Bloody hell, this is going to be the longest
boy.
podcast in history.
So we will be right back.
Take it easy.
You're on a break.
Oh.
Skelly, look out, man. Alright, I'm coming in. A creeper literally just jumped off a tree to greet me. But I think I've drawn their attention, which is good. Go on, Endeavours, run for the life, man.
Oh god, I might die. No. Go. Oh.
Oh no, why a creeper went off and took all the...
Run.
Why does this always happen to us, man?
Wow. Okay.
Defeated.
Gonna try and get the stuff.
Hey there guys, welcome back to part 3 of the chaosnova.com podcast. Last part, we're just gonna crack on with this, and the first section is viewer's choice. Now, we had some comments on the video last week, I think it was, or last month, whenever it was we last got together and did this, and the consensus seems to be WWE. I think the one we're going to play is WWE 13 on Xbox, so it's going to be Awesome Endeavours, Nux V1, Matt the Geek, and some of the guests, maybe. We'll get Peacemaker and some of the other guests who come on between now and the time we do it, but we'll try and work it out then. So yeah, WWE won it, and once we've done WWE, we'll give you the next set of games to possibly foreplay for your viewing pleasure. So
You said foreplay.
I did. So yeah, WWE is
Thank you guys. That's exactly what I wanted.
yeah. Nice
I
work.
win.
And that brings us nicely onto the highlight reel discussion.
Highlight reel.
Discussion.
Discussion.
I'm loving it.
No, that's copyrighted. No.
We are not sure what order we have put these up in today, so maybe start with Awesome
I'm
Endeavours.
gonna start. Okay, I was gonna
Yeah?
say my thing. I was gonna. Yeah, go for it.
Well, we can start with you. if you want,
Awesome. No, I was actually gonna start with the start of the Chaos Craft server, seeing as that is actually a start of something.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
And
So,
I think we were talking about that at the time anyway. So.
Yeah, maybe it would have made sense. My ADHD brain is just all over the place. Yeah, no, the video you have seen, will see, is from my perspective of the new Chaoscraft World launch, as it were. And we're joined by literally everyone on the server. It's a joint video, sort of mine and Peacemaker's, because obviously we're both there, and it's a good, nice community project, and it's good fun, the old Chaoscraft server, and you should definitely check out Season 2. Season 1 got off to a bit of a rough start, but Season 2 is definitely where it's at. So go check that out and let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. We are loving it. It's fantastic.
Not copyright.
Oh. And the second clip we saw was going to be Mr. Awesome Endeavours. What was your video, sir?
It was Stratosphere Survival with me and Nux,
Yay!
where we got raped by every monster known to man, but
Was
Yep.
there lots of screaming and Nux pissing himself?
There
Yes.
always is.
definitely.
So
And
there's something to look forward to.
make sure to bring popcorn.
Popcorn, are you saying that there could possibly be something movie worth?
Dude, it's
All of our videos are movie worth.
funny
Yes.
as hell. Definitely check it out. Stratosphere Survival is a great series. I'm absolutely loving it now that I've got some company there now. Do you know what I mean?
Now he's not getting his ass kicked constantly.
Well,
No, he
that
is.
hasn't
He's just
changed.
enjoying it more.
Well, yeah. I'm not alone getting my ass kicked, so.
He knows he's not the only dweeb.
Yeah. But in
Oh.
fairness, I could bring 1,000 people into that map, and somehow we'd all die horribly within the hour, I reckon.
I would say team killing.
Yeah,
By me.
probably.
Kill you
Yeah.
all.
We should have a hardcore chaos on the Stratosphere Survival Islands at some point, and just have the separate teams on each island.
That'd
That
be
would
fun.
be kind of cool. And just make sure that each
So we have
island's
to
got
build
like a tree
into
on it.
one island.
Or we just shoot each other from island to island.
You shoot that far?
Or build
no.
a boat.
Swim
Boat?
across.
From across, yeah, try that. Let me know how you get on.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea though. We should just cover the Stratosphere Survival World in water.
Just drown everything.
Well, no, we would never fall off then and worry, which would be nice because there'd always be water to climb into.
Yay!
What's your one, Matt? What clip have you got this week then, Sonny Jim?
The clip I've got doesn't sound anything like me because it is in fact my voice acting.
Yay!
Yes. I'm pretending to be an old man called, I think I was called Henry, playing through Super Amazing Wagon Adventure. Going, oh no, skunks, dreadful! Bad guys, bandits. I loved it. It's my new
I want
series.
to see more of the old, what is it? It's not Organ Trail, it's Super Wagon Adventure or whatever it's called.
Super Amazing Wagon Adventure?
Yeah.
You want to see more of that? You want to see a Let's Play
become
of
a
that?
thing, yeah.
I can do that. I can play a Let's Play of that.
It looks like a fantastic game and really random and offbeat and sort of off the wall. So I think it would blend well with your commentary style.
And
definitely.
And it looks like you're gonna die a lot, so I'm up for it.
I've completed it many times,
Aw,
but then
let
you play
down.
as the different things and it gets more challenging. It's like you can have only one hit and then you're dead.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun and it's so random.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be the one. You'd blend well with that game, man. I definitely think that is the one.
Well, I like the sound of that because Kokoski had done it and he blended well with it. I could be the next Kokoski.
And then you would get hired as a voice actor and paid millions to do the voice of a character in Dota 7 or something.
Dota
7.
7. Hello.
Yeah, this is it. Crazy voices. Well, to round off this podcast, we're actually going to try and do a guest challenge this week, or there'll be a guest challenge posted to the chaosnova.com thing, and Peacemaker, I'll let you tell the lovely people what it is, because obviously you're the guest hosting the challenge. So
I am challenging Mr. Nux V1 to a high score battle on Geometry Wars on the Xbox 360.
it's going to be awesome, so make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be fantastic. Great fun. I haven't played that game in a while. I don't think you have either, have you, Peace?
No, shall we do a best of 3 just to make it entertaining?
Yeah, I
Because we
think
could
should have
die
a couple
quickly.
of practice rounds as well. Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward to that. So, we made it all the way to the end of a podcast. 4 people.
Yay!
We did
And
it.
we
came
went off topic a little
So
bit.
we conquered.
Yeah, that's it.
We
If
may
you
have gone
build it,
half
they
over
will
our
come.
schedule.
This isn't the Chaos Craft podcast or the chaosnova.com podcast. This is 4 people meeting up and having a mother's meeting.
It's a podcast full of chaos.
Yeah, that's it. We did go off topic quite a lot this time, though.
But it is the chaosnova.com podcast. Come on.
Don't know if it's such a bad thing. Do you know what I mean?
No,
If people are, and we're gonna quickly just break the fourth wall here, kind of. If people are listening to us, then no doubt they're listening to us as well for the crazy stories and all the sort of experiences we've got. Like, we now know that you and Awesome Endeavours are quite big fans of original WWF, and do you know what I mean? And I think that's a good.
I do love them pandas.
Yeah, and just things like that. So yeah, I think it's good that we go off topic occasionally.
Sometimes we cover more interesting things that way.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of
Well-
interesting things, last time I left off on a little comment that you had to leave in the thing, which was Bubble Ray chewing gum. The new word is Bodger and Badger, the mashed potato bandits.
And congratulations to Lenthanov and a couple of other people who did actually type Bubba Ray chewing gum into the comment section. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Legendaries.
That filled my heart with so much joy. So thank you very much. And Peacemaker, it's been an absolute pleasure having you. In the future, you are welcome to join again. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've had a lot of fun. I look forward to doing it again sometime. Not anytime soon, no. Hopefully
Wears
you
you
can
out a
fill your
little bit,
rosters
yeah.
with other guests for about the next 6 months or so.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can manage that.
Well, no spoilers. But maybe I haven't confirmed this 100% yet, but maybe the next guest we get on is Snove UK, is that him?
No, yes. Snov.
Snove? Schnov?
Snove.
Yes.
We gotta learn how to say it. It's alright.
Yeah.
Snove.
The artist formerly known as Vekin. We think
Is he just going to become a
next month.
symbol next? Is he going to
Hashtag.
become the question mark?
The Riddler?
It's because originally on one of his channels he got screwed over by the whole, what was it, partnership thing. I don't think it was a legit partnership, and then something happened with his last channel, and then this is the new one, innit? So hopefully he sticks with this one this time, and we'll have it on the next month's podcast. But if not, we have a whole plethora of amazing people, just as equally amazing. If well, you got to go far to beat Vekin, I feel. But we have got a roster of people that we can call on should we need to. So
Kurt J.
yeah.
Mac.
Yeah, we'll get Kurt J. Mac on. Etho can join us. Good.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a good one to get on.
Maybe
Yeah,
if we can get Kurt on
I
the
just-
Child's Play.
I had to leave a conversation with Pause on Pause to get on the podcast with you guys, so I mean, I could call on him if you want me to.
And failing all of that, I can pretend to be someone else.
Oh, and on that note, guys, thank you very much for listening to us ramble on, for joining us in this podcast. Bye bye. We will catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the end.